time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Going beast mode when the game began. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an Indian.
And welcome to this week's edition of the John Peacock Coaches Show. I'm John Masoni here with Venice Indian head football coach John Peacock. And, Coach, here we sit in Bogies. A cloudy night for normal.
It feels like we got a cold front coming in.
We wish we were, but it's still. I'll take cloudiness, and it probably makes everything a little more palatable as far as the heat is concerned. But we're coming up on a very hot day on Friday night when we got a very big game coming up against the Riverview Rams. But first, before we get into that, we'll talk about Friday night's game out in Powell Davis Stadium, a 54-0 win over River Ridge Royal Knights.
Yeah, we came out and played well in all three phases of the game. We started fast. We kind of did what we were supposed to do. River Ridge was, they played hard. They had some good players, but we overmatched. They're a little bit overmatched when they played us, but I thought we came out and did our job really. Yeah, no,
I thought from the perspective of the tackling, the crispness of the offense, all that stuff. It just seemed everything seemed to be at a little bit quicker pace and a little more confidence with the team.
Yeah, and then there were only two bad takeaways where we had 2 turnovers, and other than that, I thought that the defense played well. We had some takeaways on defense. Special teams played well.
They did,
and we did a nice job on offense moving the ball, and again we spread the ball around to numerous receivers. We didn't have a whole lot of rushing yards, but we had a lot of short fields. The defense did such a good job. We had a lot of short fields.
You didn't have a lot of plays either. 43 plays total in the whole game, so it's kind of hard to get those numbers up there when you were normal and maybe anywhere between 55 and 65 plays.
We've been running about 73.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're even higher than that. So you're going to see that a little bit, but otherwise I thought the disparity there was a good. You had both Jaden Glasser and Ryan Downs having a over 100 yards passing each. You had the team oriented. You had over 125, 30 yards of offensive rushing. So you can look at it and say, based on the way things are, the balance was there. Like you said, the ball was spread around, and you can live with the fact that maybe the totals weren't as high as normal.
Right.
So, and then River Ridge obviously came in. Again, you're right. They had some nice athletes. They had some stuff that they could do, but overall, I thought the defense played its best game.
Yeah, the defense played well. Again, I think we had 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown.
Yes. Eli Seed returned for a touchdown.
So it was that was nice to see. No, I think we had 3. I think Fleming, Eli Seed, and then I think Zarkowicz had 1 late in the game.
Yeah. So, but that's to see the turnovers. But I thought everybody was getting the ball really well. And that lent itself to what you said about special teams too. A lot of gang tackling. A lot of things that you want to see no matter who you're playing. That's going to bode well moving forward with that. That's the kind of mentality they're going to play with that. So what we'll do, we'll take our first break of the night, come back, and we'll do our highlights from Friday night's game with River Ridge, and then we'll come back and we will talk a lot about the matchup coming Friday night. Riverview Rams come to Venice at Powell Davis Stadium on Friday night to face the Venice Indians. With that, we'll take our first break. Be back here at Bogies in a little bit.
We would like to take a moment to thank these sponsors for making this show a possibility. Jenkins Chevrolet, State College of Florida, Bogies of Venice, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Absolute Aluminum, Chick-fil-A Pelican Plaza, Douglas Jeep, and Lightning Fast Car Wash.
Education, career, skill. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
And we're back here at the John Peacock Coaches Show. And Coach, River Ridge 54-0. I know there's got to be a lot of highlights, so we'll get to that as soon as possible and see if we can see how the Indians were dominated on Friday night.
All right, let's take a look.
Okay.
Offense did a good job, setting the tempo. You see here Ryan Downs on a
really good play,
little hand sweep. You see how tough a runner he is. Gets about 16 yards, and we were able to take advantage of some things we saw in film. And you'll see right here, Ryan finds Zacarl Lewis for a big gain on a bootleg pass here.
Zacarl was nothing but big plays. He had 2 humongous plays.
So you see he has a nice catch here. He had a big run. Carl had a big run, another big catch later on. I think he had maybe 3 catches. You see right there, Jackson Scott getting there for a big block.
And he's the yard after catch guy. He's the yak guy.
Oh yeah, he's
for sure.
He's really, really crafty in the open field and can make some people miss for sure. You see right here Ryan Downs, and he finishes off with a nice touchdown in the first drive. I think we scored. I think it was 2 minutes. There was 2 minutes off the clock, maybe
1 minute and 3 seconds.
1 minute and 3 seconds. Yeah, so we got down the field
clock
pretty quickly, able to get some balls off and snaps off, and then defense came out and kind of played the same way. They were milking the clock a little bit, waiting for the running the whole time.
We talked about it on the live stream, and that was kind of the hopefully shorten the game a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Shari comes up with a big sack here.
Yeah, it's all 3 of them kind of combining on the sack. Eli Jones and Ryan Daly, which is good. I mean, it's nice to see them all get there. That's what I'm saying. That's pursuit to the ball. They didn't say, oh, Shari's got it. They all were there to make sure they mopped it up.
Then here's the run by Zakarl here with a nice reverse here to him.
This was the shortest play he had in the game.
Yeah, again, like he's going to make some people miss, and we got downfield a big play there for him.
It's always the yard after catch guy can do it when he's sort of like he's a tough runner. That's not just elusive; he's a tough runner as well.
Right. Very, very few carries for Gator and Dooney in the game. I think Gator had 5 and Dooney had 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't have a whole lot of carries Friday night, but they did a nice job when they did get an opportunity. You see a nice catch by Gasati.
Yeah, he didn't he didn't really put his arms up, so the kid didn't know when the ball was coming. So that kind of worked for his advantage.
You see, we got a little light show going too.
It worked really well too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of anxiousness in the press box to make sure that that thing just didn't keep on going, but it worked well. It was good. You see, they're running clock right here, just trying to get it down so the ref put his hand up and they were snapping.
You see, we had great pursuits of the ball. You see Carter Dalton come up with a big hit.
Carter Dalton with his best game of the year. Back on offense.
I think Jace Barksdale here has a nice catch and some yards after the catch here. He does a nice job.
You see 4 or 5 guys come. You're carrying downfield. That means you're running hard, man. That's your wide receivers running like that. That's great. And they used 2 quarterbacks for a while. I think this is 9 and 14.
Yeah, this is the second one. Yeah.
And then they had that running back. His name is Patterson. He looked good.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad player.
He just never got it going. Is this one of the interceptions right here? No, this is another play by Ryan Daly in the backfield.
Yeah, they did it. Like I said, we did a nice job against the run, the pass, overall, just everything defensively. We played really well. That's good pressure there by Eli Jones. Yeah,
and good coverage there by Carter Dalton. I think they tried a little kind of wheel route on him, and he was right there. I think this is a touchdown pass here.
Yeah, it's a
tunnel screen.
He makes a great play here, makes some people miss. As he puts that foot in the ground, and then it's kind of over.
And the play was sold really well. I mean, Jamaris put his arms up, he was going to catch it, and they did a little spin, and you could see the whole field just opened up.
Yeah, and there's a light show there.
There's a light show. I wonder how many people thought there was something wrong at some point in time. This is a big play here.
Yeah, they dropped the punt there, and we were able to make a play in the backfield. That's why I was saying a lot of short fields offensively.
Yeah. And the punter was rocked on a hard place. Try to punt it, it might get blocked. Right. So he didn't really make a bad play, just didn't get anywhere.
Again, I think that was Carter Dalton. He made a lot of nice plays.
Yeah, I mean, he was active as heck this game, which is good to see.
This is Ryan Matulovic getting in the action. Nice throw and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, and Ryan showed some speed there because the guy had the angle on him. He started, and Ryan got ahead of him, so good for him. He was the leading receiver, by the way. He had 4 catches.
Yeah, I saw that. He had the most receptions. I think Zacarl had the most yards, though,
He
right?
did, 111, yeah. And there's the interception right there.
I'm so glad he got in the end zone. He's a really, really hard-working kid, great kid.
Yeah, he did. It was funny because like at first you thought, oh no, and then he just got not a lot of pursuit. Quarterback had no chance with four blockers in front of him. Just don't fall down, and you're going to score. And it's good for the defense getting the board too. That's a good thing to see them be able to make a play. That's going to bode well moving forward. And you've got some backups coming in here now, I believe. And Ryan Daly.
Another tackle for loss.
Got Lee in there, a couple different guys. So, and that was a lot of the night for River Ridge. A lot of guys in the backfield at the mesh point.
Right.
A lot of guys are with penetration. Good play there.
Yeah, another tackle for loss. Like I said, we had some good job. They did a good job getting to the ball and
it's Brantley making the play
making
there.
plays. I think this might be an interception by Chad Fleming.
Yeah, right there. I thought he was going to take it to the house, and he kind of went wide a little bit there. I thought if he would went a little straighter, he might have got in, but nonetheless, it's still a good play for him. And I think this is where
Dorian Jones gets in there. Yep, I think that's his second touchdown of the year.
I have to get used to the nickname. I got used to Macho.
Yeah, Macho's second. I think that's the second score of the year right there.
Does not run like a freshman at all.
No, not at all.
Good play there by Judkins.
Yeah, Judson had a nice sack there.
Yeah.
Able to get everyone got to play. We're in the second half now. Everyone got to play. And these kids played hard.
I thought they all played.
Yeah.
I thought Reed and
they did a nice job.
They all played well.
There's Hupp there on the tackle.
Yep.
And a nice play. It's nice when everyone gets involved and be part of it.
Yeah, they got a lot of time on the field, which is really good. And there's Downs with the throw.
Downs, nice throw and catch with Matulovic there.
The first one he threw a little earlier, they come out of his hand right, but the rest of them sort of coming out of once he got going. They came out of
once
his
he got
hand
comfortable,
well.
he threw some nice balls. That's a nice run by Macho. He runs hard, runs with good pad level. He's going to be a special player for sure.
He definitely has that look about him. And this is another touchdown for him, or is it a 2-point conversion? I forget what it was, but no, touchdown.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Yeah,
we didn't. I don't think we got the 2-point conversion. We got a penalty.
Successful on one 2-point conversion. Yeah.
That was a great throw.
Yeah.
On the run.
Put it right there. And then a little too much.
It's silliness.
Celebration.
We're gonna fix that.
That's you don't want that to happen and moving forward.
Again, the twos got in there and made some plays. That's Reed there.
Reed, yep. He definitely held his own when he got in the game. Jackson
Moss in there, he's been doing a nice job at practice too.
He's hustling in there. Zarkowitz had a big game too. He made a lot of tackles in that second half, and he played well on special teams as well.
I think this is getting towards the end, but a nice run there by Dorian.
And you love seeing the guys with the 53s and 65s and 78s downfield blocking for them. Just watching them. Just Downs on the keeper.
Yeah, he runs hard. I love the way his running style.
You can almost see that they're like when he gets a little bit ahead of steam, that people are just not really willing to want to get in front of him.
Yeah, he's 225.
He's a big guy.
Great catch there by Bryson Frazier. It's a nice job.
I think we got a touchdown coming up here soon. Lavelle, I think, catches one. Not here, but maybe in the next few here.
Yeah, another nice run by Macho. I think this is
This
the
is it right
touchdown to
here.
Lavelle. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice run and throw. A little, going left and puts it right on him. And I mean, that's a great throw.
Yeah, it was a great
He was
throw.
covered and
Yep.
great route. I mean, we put it right where both players did a nice job.
And right here, we're getting towards the end of the game. I think they were able to get their backups in a little bit as well.
Yeah, I think they were still going with the ones until about maybe just the beginning and end of the fourth quarter or end of the third. And once again, there's Reed and I think Joseph in the game there. So as you can see, Coach, there was a ton of highlights, and it was really good to see everybody sort of raise their performance up just a little bit. The twos, the defense, especially everybody kind of just had a little bit more. And I think that comes with, you every season has a beginning. You got to kind of get the ball rolling. I think maybe it took a little longer for the ball to start rolling, and I see now where it seems like everybody's sort of getting comfortable with their assignments. It's becoming more of a reaction as opposed to a thinking process.
Right.
Especially on the defense, because that's all sort of like you're thinking too much and you're a step behind in a lot of cases.
Yeah, like I said, I thought we did a great job in all phases of the game, and I think it kind of we're in a great situation where it kind of builds up to where we're getting to start our district schedule and then our local games here.
Right. No, I think and like I said, all their stuff. It was great to play those games, and now you're really in the meat of what you're going to be. So with that, we'll take a break here from Bogies and come back and talk about Friday night's game. Riverview Rams again coming into town, district game, rivalry, you name it. It's got a lot on the line, and it's always a good game every year. So hopefully, everybody comes out on Friday night and supports us.
Right.
With that, we'll be back here at Bogies with the John Kickoff Coaches Show in a few minutes.
We would like to take a moment to thank these sponsors for making this show a possibility. Jenkins Chevrolet, State College of Florida, Bogies of Venice, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Absolute Aluminum, Chick-fil-A Pelican Plaza, Douglas Jeep, and Lightning Fast Car Wash.
Education, career, skill. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
And we're back here with the John Peacock Coach Show. And, Coach, like I mentioned before the break, Riverview Rams come to town. Rivalry would be, if it wasn't this district game, it's still a rivalry game. But it is a district game now, and you're going to face a team that, you're familiar with. And that's always an interesting situation because you play somebody that's good, and and they know you know them, and it's going to be a tussle.
Yeah, they've started the season off great so far. I think they're sitting at 3-1. Their only loss was the Buchholz, and today the power rankings came out, and Buchholz is the number one team ranked in 4S. They have a much better offense than they've had in the last couple of years. I would say to be honest, this is probably the strongest Riverview team in the last 20 years.
Okay.
Just overall, as far as they have the quarterback's been playing really well. Braxton Thomas is doing a great job, getting the ball out of his hands. He makes great reads. He's actually a dual threat guy that can run the ball as well. Campbell, their wide receiver, he's kind of a legacy. His dad was Ant Campbell, who was a star at Riverview High School. He's been making plays. And then, of course, Anthony Miller, he might be their leading receiver or close to it, who played quarterback for us last year, is their slot guy that they get screens to. And they have a running back that I'm not sure of his name, but he's probably going to be the toughest runner that we've faced all year. Not necessarily the fastest, but he runs the ball extremely hard behind his pads, and he's a hard kid to tackle. A very, very tough runner, the toughest runner that we faced all year. And he's got a backup too, that a younger kid that's his backup that can also run the ball and is very shifty.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. But there's a trend. Trend's going to trickle down from the NFL to college to high school, where most people are now. It's not one running back. It's 2 or 3 running backs of a certain skill level, and I think it's it's more of an attrition situation. Do you want to have somebody run the ball 30 times, or do you want to run somebody 20 and 10, and then you can stay fresher that way?
And they have a big offensive line. Their offensive line coach does a great job. You can tell that they're coached up very well. The two big tight ends that they use a two tight end set quite often, and the tight ends are probably around 6'3", 240. So they like to line up and just say, hey, we're coming at you, and run the ball. And their new offensive coordinator is an absolute whiz, and they do a lot of things where they have little options off of their run game, and he does a nice job mixing it up and putting you in a bind. They use their two quarterbacks, Anthony Miller to get the ball out to him, and maybe double pass and reverse passes.
Sure.
A lot of little twists and specialty stuff with the offense that offense coordinator does a great job at. So we have to be prepared, for the formations and prepared for what they're going to do. I don't know that they do no huddle, and it's kind of tempo, but not really tempo like our tempo. But I would suspect that they would just keep the same offense and kind of do the same thing.
They're going to put pressure on you with that little bit of.
There's been times in the past where they came in and play us, and they milked the clock like River Ridge has done.
A few times, yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's going to be their plan or not. But we're going to be prepared for whatever they come at us with, and defensively they're really strong defensively. Christiani, we're familiar with him.
Yeah.
He's a defensive line coach, and he's got four studs up at front on their defensive line that we're going to have to do a great job blocking, and their linebackers are tough and can run to the football. And Riverview team on defense has always been tough and
gritty. I would say they're always gritty.
Yeah, big hitters, and they're always lined up right. They have some good-looking DBs. They got a DB. I think he looks like he's 6'3" or 6'4". I'm not really sure how tall he is, but number 4 looks like a really, really good athletic defensive back. So they kind of got it all. They have a really good kicking game.
I was going to say, isn't that their MO? It's been
they have a now I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention on the punts yet, but I have seen the kid warm up, and he absolutely booms them, the punts. They have 2 kickers. I think the main kicker was hurt. He was hurt during the beginning of the year. And then they have a extra point kicker, and then they have a regular kicker.
Gotcha.
A kickoff kicker. So they're both very accountable, and they're both very accurate with what they're doing. So they have a great kicking game, and they got a great offense, and they got a great defense. They don't really have any weaknesses. So we're going to have to play extremely well. Like I said, the power rankings just came out for the FHSAA, and we were ranked 8th, and Venice was ranked 36th. So,
right.
we're going to have to make up some ground. We want to make the playoffs this year.
Right, and like I said, in the area in particular, all around, we always keep track of what's going on. It's really been a rise in the success, let's say, of a lot of the programs in the area, which is a great thing for everybody around here. When everybody's playing well, it's iron sharpens iron, and all of a sudden you got everybody kind of making some moves, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with what Venice has done in the past.
Yeah,
now they see it, and they're all thirsty for the same sort of success.
But it absolutely is a huge game. We wouldn't be telling the truth if it wasn't.
Absolutely.
It basically, the winner of this one's going to the playoffs, just by looking at a 0-5 Sarasota team. You would assume the winner of the Riverview Venice game would be the winner of the district. So, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm just saying. Most people would think that. And although I will tell you this, I have seen Sarasota on film, and Coach is doing a great job there. Coach Phillips is he really is. I think they need to develop some of their players, and he's only been there 1 year, but he has really done a fantastic job. He's got those kids playing hard. They seem to know what they're doing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and he's obviously a really good football coach.
And their schedule is noteworthy. They did play some really good schools.
And they had Manatee on the ropes. I think they had a couple people right on the ropes, and kind of let it get away. But I tell you what, and Sarasota, if he sticks around, they're going to have a good football team.
And of course, you catch them later in the year, so they're going to be a much better team than they were game 1.
Right.
Especially when they trying to get in there, that you're sort of figuring it out at that point, which is
right.
It's like, okay, we have to see them down the road too. So that's interesting. But you're right. Both. Venice always travels well. The fan base is always travels well. Riverview just the same though. They're good travelers as well. We fully expect a full house on their side of the field, and
Right.
so that's going to add so much to the ambiance and so much to the effect of the game. You got to figure both teams are going to feed off of that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you're going to see. I think if there's possible, I think that you're going to see a raise in level in the intensity, and as far as the quality of the play will be just as higher because of that atmosphere that's being played with it.
Yeah, it should be a great atmosphere. It should be a packed house. There is obviously a lot of buzz about the game. Them having, like I said, I think it's probably their strongest team they've had in the last 20 years, and they seem to have it all figured out on all three phases of the game. So like I said, we're going to be very sharp in our kicking game, and I'm sure they're going to have some things ready for us in the kicking game, and we have to be sharp on defense, and obviously on offense we're going to have to score some points.
No doubt. So once again, Friday night here in Venice, Powell Davis Stadium, 7:30 kickoff. Venice Indians versus Riverview Rams, and again, we mentioned how much is at stake, but it'll be a great game, and hopefully everybody comes out there and enjoys the contest. With that, we'll take our final break of the night, come back and do a little wrap-up on the game on Friday, and maybe how you can watch it other ways, and we'll kind of get everything wrapped up for you guys to get ready for the big one on Friday. We'll see you back here at Bogies in a minute.
We would like to take a moment to thank these sponsors for making this show a possibility. Jenkins Chevrolet, State College of Florida, Bogies of Venice, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Absolute Aluminum, Chick-fil-A Pelican Plaza, Douglas Jeep, and Lightning Fast Car Wash.
Education, career, skill. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
And we're back here with the John Peacock Coaches Show. And, Coach, we always talk about what we eat. We have to tell everybody what we ate at Bogies.
I had a salad again. That was good.
I went with a wrap, which was really good, but I had a rough weekend at the golf tournament. I didn't eat right there. Then I decided to compound it by going and getting some
Every weekend
pizza.
I have is rough.
Yeah, so I had spinach with my wrap, so it made me feel better about myself. But come down to Bogies and try anything and everything, from the burgers, the wings. Always underrated is their pizzas. They do make some good pizzas.
Oh, they have really good pizza.
Pizzas and calzones are fantastic. So don't forget to come by Bogies. And, again, Coach, we're going to see a little bit more. Bar is a little more crowded. Tables a little more crowded. So definitely people are getting out and about in this football season. So, people are going to be coming to places just like Bogies to come watch some games and then enjoying themselves. With that, again, Friday night, you've mentioned it. I think we can't overstate it, but it's a big game, and we want everybody there if we can get.
The biggest crowd we can, and make some noise, and really just try to give us a little bit of advantage.
Yeah. And we have a little light show. We kind of referenced it. So now we're trying to, a lot of things are now flickering lights on. Back in the day, you turn the stadium light on and off. It took 25 minutes to come
wait
back
till
on.
they warm up.
Yeah. So now it's like flipping a white switch in your house.
Yeah.
And so with these different lights, they have little things that can flicker and do whatever. Yeah. So if everybody, don't worry, it's not. If you come to the game for the first time and the lights are flickering, we're doing it on purpose.
Hopefully it's flickering a lot.
And we want a lot of flickering. There's no doubt about that. Also, if you can't make it to the game, obviously we have the live stream with the VSN network, Vibrant Aspect Media. So if you are inclined to stay home and you can't make it for whatever reason, you can watch it from your house, and it's a great quality broadcast as in regards to how it looks. What I say and do can vary, obviously, but it is a lot of fun. And we'll have Trey Burton with me this week to be in my call analyst.
Nice.
Yeah, so Trey will be there, and we'll get some input from him as well. Any final thoughts as far as Friday night's concerned?
No, just hopefully everyone comes out, supports us, and it's going to be a great game. And I can tell you that there's been, I've been doing this for, this is year 17.
I think 17.
And this is probably the biggest buzz that we've had about a Riverview game.
Regular season and earlier in the year too, which is another reason why it's coming off that.
It's big buzz about this game, and it's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So again, if you can't make it or you can make it, please be out there, support us, and we always appreciate that from the fan base.
Yes.
With that, I'm John Massoni for Coach John Peacock. We'll see you in here next time on the John Peacock Coaches Show.
is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Going beast mode when the game begin. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an Indian.
Your exclusive home team sports with John Reynolds.
Welcome back to SNN and welcome to Powell Davis Stadium, the home of tonight's game of the week between the Venice Indians and the Riverview Rams. I'm here with the voice of the Indians, Vibrant Aspect Media's play-by-play man, Mr. John Musoni. How are we doing tonight?
Doing great tonight. Really excited about the game. I mean, you know, so much ramifications for tonight. Really looking forward to a big crowd and a really good atmosphere.
And obviously Venice coming off a 54-0 victory last week over River Ridge, and Riverview had a week off, so extra week of preparation for the Rams. What are you kind of thinking this game's going to turn out to be? Obviously you mentioned the ramifications, got a lot of stories underlying here tonight, but what do you think is going to be the kind of ins and outs?
So I look at it as a heavyweight fight. There's going to be a lot of first quarter, second quarter. I think it's going to be a lot of figuring out what the team's trying to do, establishing the line of scrimmage, trying to not make too many mistakes early as well. But I think once they get rolling, I think it's going to be it's going to really get going. I think it's going to be a lot of offense. Second half could be an all-timer for tonight. I think it's going to be great.
And I know on the John Peacock Coaches Show you guys had this past Tuesday, I believe, Peacock said this is the most hype surrounding this game in his 17 years of being here. When you heard him say that, what was that like for you to hear? And obviously your experiences as well, a lot of matchups you've seen.
Right, but I kind of buy into it because there is so much going on with the two teams, on and off the field kind of things, and then of course there's a natural rivalry in the county, and then you put us in the district, and we are right now in the district, Riverview and Venice are there. Sarasota is an up and coming team, but right now I think Venice and Riverview are the ones people ever look at. So kids read the hype about everything, so they're feeling it as well. And a lot of times with this day and age, they've known each other for years. They play AU sports together, or they play Little League together, and so these kids know each other, and so they understand the hype, and they understand each other's game. So it just kind of makes more for that sort of that backyard brawl you're looking for in a rivalry like this.
And then obviously Charles Lester III comes over to Venice from Riverview. Anthony Miller goes from Venice to Riverview himself. So what do we think about those kind of stories? Obviously there's going to be a little amped up, not animosity I guess you could say, but there's going to be a lot of physicality on the field.
Opportunities to do different things to different places, and each player is going to figure that out. So, but it does really add to it because they're just up the block from each other, and so that does kind of add to the fuel. I know the fan base gets a little fueled up for that stuff as well. So, and I'm sure both kids are happy where they're at. And I'm sure that may be the furthest thing from their minds. But of course, everybody else is the ones who are going to buy into it and sort of like kind of amp it up as well. But again, you wouldn't even need that portion of it to make this game a big game tonight.
And then talk about some of the skill positions for Venice. Obviously a two-headed monster at quarterback with Ryan Downs, Jaden Glasser, the running back spot. You have 2 or 3 guys in the backfield there, and then we can go to the wide receiver position, and you have ample amounts of opportunities and receptions on the outside. When we see from the skill position tonight, obviously early and often from a lot of people.
One of the things we talked about early in the year was like, okay, we have a lot of different skill position guys. How do we get them all the ball? Well, that's really something you can't worry about. It's going to be what's available to you, what you can get, and all of them, all the ones we just talked about, the 2 running backs in Wilder and Johnson, and the whole receiving core. They all can get deep, and they're all home run hitters. So every play is the potential for a real big one. I think the real thing is going to have to be is that you're going to have to be patient with that. You can't be expecting everything to go, but if you see a spot to go and it's a 7-yard catch or it's a 5-yard run, and that's what the play dictates, and you do that, trying to make more out of it can cause a problem.
And then finally, before we go, real quick, you got a final prediction for this game tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking it's going to be a kind of a slow start, but I think it's going to be higher scoring. I think it's going to be Indians 34, Rams 27, and I think it'll come down to maybe a last possession or a stop to keep it close.
All right, and I'll go exactly the opposite. I'll say Riverview 35, Venice 31, and a tight one tonight. John, thank you for joining me. We're going to toss to some more news after the break right here on SNN.
We have our first weigh-in. Captain Chris Brewer, team named the Mistress. Way life should be. That first one was 11.1. We got a 9.9 on this fish, 12.2, 13.1, 15.3, 13.3 on this one, 23.5.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we got our next team in. Let's talk to the captain, Travis Nottingham. With not working, we're weighing your stuff right now. What do you got, Captain?
We got 2 American Reds, a grouper, and a Barracuda.
Barracuda, that's kind of like a wild card, huh?
That's our wild card. Yeah, he was taking our fish, and we wanted to catch him, so we took him.
All right, let's take a look and see what we got here weight-wise on these. 11.7 on the first red.
Yep.
11.
Yep.
Nice.
8.5.
24.2. Travis, just give me a second here before you do the photo. Any thoughts after you see the weights on all your fish?
I think we did good. I mean, for how rough it was out there the first day. Yesterday it settled down a little bit. We were able to get further offshore. So I'm happy with it. I think we did a good job.
All right, congratulations. Give it up for Team Not Working.
Everyone say snapper slapper.
All right, next up on the weigh-in, Captain Mike with Team Limitless. What do we got here, Captain Mike? What'd you grab today? Or over the last couple days?
One day, ARs, Yellow Edge, and a Baby Warsaw.
So you only did one day, huh?
Yep.
Weather kept you just to do one day, or is that the way the schedule worked for you?
Yeah, the schedule. Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. His first red is what?
18.4.
Second American red, 15. 7 pounds. Were you weighing them on the boat? Did you have an idea?
Yeah,
Are they pretty close here?
Yeah, half a pound, within a pound.
And what do we got here now?
Baby Warsaw.
Now, did you have to go out far for these? I know we're not going to get where you were, but how far out for this?
100+ miles.
19.1. Was that kind of in the ballpark there when you weighed it on board?
We didn't weigh that one.
Oh, so you're here for the first time. 19.1. What do you think? Pretty good?
Yeah, small though.
All right, now in. Let me grab Captain Martin. This is Team Inverted. So what do we got here, Captain Martin?
We got a couple red snapper and a couple tuna.
All right, let's do first American Red.
9.6.
American Red 2 for Team Inverted. 10.4. 9.6. All right, so how far out do we have to go to get the tuna there, Martin?
70 miles.
70 miles out. Let's get the weight on it. 20.8. 20.2 for tuna number 2. Anybody hungry for sashimi? 21.8. 3 nice looking tuna there, Captain Martin. Give us your thoughts on that.
We could have done better.
Were you guys out for a couple days? Just today? What was your plan?
1 day.
All this in 1 day?
Yes, sir.
Give it up for Captain Martin and Team Inverted, ladies and gentlemen. All right, next up is Team Locked In by Tri-County. We're going to talk to Team Captain Jacob here. You got a cooler full of fish here, it looks like, Jacob.
Yeah, we had a good day.
So was this a 1 day deal for you? You were out for a couple days?
We left yesterday evening, fished through the night, fished a little bit this morning, and then headed on in.
All right, you did pretty good, it looks like.
Yeah, we always have a good time.
All right, let's see what he's got in the cooler. We'll weigh him in. 12.5 for the first American Red. All right, second American Red. 11.6. Up next, we got a grouper here, Jacob.
Yeah, a little scamp.
Scamp grouper, let's see where the weigh is. 15.2 for the scamp grouper. And you got a couple more fish in the cooler, looks like here, huh?
Yeah, I got a red grouper and a tuna.
Red grouper and a tuna. Let's see what we got to weight on these. So we'll do the grouper first. 9.3 on the red grouper. Good looking tuna. 21.7. Give it up for Team Locked In by Tri-County and Captain Jacob, everybody. We're gonna weigh in our next team. Real big deck. You guys got a bunch of fish. We'll go through them as we get weighed in here. Tell me, were you guys out multiple days? Just today? What was the deal?
Friday 5 a.m. and then we had to come back. We were in by 10:20 this morning. So 2 days of fishing.
2 days of fishing. All right. Looks like we got a lot of fish. Let's go through it on the weigh-in. 3 pounds. 3 pounds. All right. What do we got here?
Barracuda, wild card.
Wild card, Barracuda. 12.1 on the wild card, Barracuda. I was gonna say, that looked like a wahoo. Is that what we got, Clay?
Yeah, wahoo.
Now, how far out for this thing? You remember? Keep it a secret. 13.3 on the wahoo. Again, this is Team Real Big Deck. They got a truckload full of fish, so they did really well. They were out a couple of days. 8.8 on the grouper. 12.3 on the second grouper. Oh, got a little mahi action. Again, this is Team Real Big Deck. Good looking fish there, Clay.
Bull mahi.
That is a nice looking bull mahi. $18.1, a second bull mahi. Team Real Big Deck, 11.1. What would the mahi like to catch there, Clay?
It was fun. It was good. Early morning bite. Woke up early. Craig Jackson put us on the fish, and we did good.
Awesome.
Reese and Dean.
Go ahead, shout out your guys.
Reese Jackson, Dean Crom.
That's all Team Real Big Deck. All right, so now we get into the snapper.
Oh, red snapper. The snapper slapper.
That's a winner.
We got a couple of big snapper here.
Got some shoulders on it.
Some big snapper. 19.8.
We'll wait. We'll see. I caught the bigger one between me and John Peacock. So whatever the bigger one is, I caught that one, and then John Peacock caught the other one. I think that's mine. Oh, that's mine. Here goes mine. Here goes mine right here.
No, the bigger.
Some pretty American red snapper here from Team Real Big Deck.
Is it a 20? Is it a 20? Is it 20 pounds? It is.
21.2.
21.2.
That was mine. That was mine. John Peacock got the other one.
I think the unofficial, that might be the biggest one so far, unofficial.
And Coach Peacock really struggled with his, and mine was kind of,
Yes.
pretty easy. Yeah.
So Team Real Big Deck, this is, as of right now, the biggest American red snapper, 21.3 so far. We still got more boats to come in, but give it up for Team Real Big Deck. American red snapper, 13.3. 13 pounds for their third American red. This is Captain Brett Butler and Team Nos Fuimos. 15.4 on their fourth American red. All right, their fifth American red. 13.6.
20.3.
20.3 for the tuna. Give it up for Captain Brett Butler and Team Nos Fuimos, ladies and gentlemen. They did great. All right, our next team to weigh in is Dreams Realized, Captain John Sisler. Got some pretty looking tuna here from Dreams Realized. 21 on the first tuna. 21.5 on their second tuna. Anybody in the mood for some mahi? 24.5. Nice tuna. The biggest one of the day, I believe. Nice job on that one, John.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's nice to get something on the leaderboard here.
The bull dolphin, 8.6 on the mahi. So were you guys out for a couple days just today? What was your plan?
We left Friday late afternoon.
How was the weather on Friday? I know it got a little better over the weekend.
There were some swells out there, but it was already laying down, so it wasn't too bad.
You got a African pompano there, John?
Yeah. Yeah, we came on one of the springs we were fishing.
17.4.
17.4 on the African pompano.
I don't know. No.
Grouper, 8.3 on the grouper. Got some nice American red snapper in here. You guys did pretty good on the red snapper by John.
Yeah, we got on a couple places. The bite was pretty good, but we had to work for it.
They had to work for the snapper, but they got some nice ones. We're going to weigh them here. 14.7, but they got a couple of big ones in the bucket over here. So the snapper made you work hard?
Yeah, the bite was a little slow. We had to hit it a bunch of different spots, but we got a few.
All right, let's see how they did weight-wise. 16.1 on the second. 16.2. 17.2. All right, Team Big Nasty, first one. So Wahoo, 59.4 on the Wahoo. All right, so that was a pretty good Wahoo there, Captain Rob. That first one.
Yeah, it was a nice one. I'm not sure which one's bigger. I can't. Yeah, they're both close.
Is it another Wahoo?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what. So you don't know which is bigger?
No, they're close. They're like twins.
Twins. All right. Twin Wahoos here from Team Big Nasty. First one was just over 59 pounds. Second one is
59.5.
So you were right. They were exactly almost the same, Cap Rob.
Yes, sir. Husband and wife, I guess.
Did you find them together or did you catch them separately?
About a mile apart.
Okay. All right. What do we got here, Rob?
I just thought it would be funny to bring Barracuda in.
That's a wild card.
8.8.
And we are live from Powell Davis Stadium on the campus of Venice High School for tonight's contest between the Venice Indians and the Riverview Rams. Tonight's game is brought to you on VSN by Vibrant Aspect Media. I'm John Massoni here with tonight's special guest analyst, Mr. Trey Burton. Trey,
am I still a special guest?
Well,
analyst?
I guess not. I guess you're more of a you're more the regular guy. So regular guy, Venice alumni, analyst.
Thank you.
All right, there
Appreciate
we go.
that, bro.
There we
Thank
go. Anyway, so tonight's game, Riverview Rams against the Venice Indians. I don't know how much more you have to say than that. You know it's a rivalry. You know it's going to be a very hotly contested game, and you know we're having a big crowd tonight. So I know you're looking forward to it as much as I am.
John, I am so excited for tonight. This is probably Venice's biggest game of the year going into it right now. I'm ready to hear pads pop. I'm ready to hear, guys get after it tonight, and I'm really excited for tonight.
Yeah, I can tell you about both teams. I know that there's always a lot of social media chatter. Everybody knows each other here and there. They played against each other for years now. And so the magnitude of the game is not missing anybody, I can promise you that. With that in particular, we'll kind of go back a little bit and go over what happened last week for the Venice Indians, kind of precursor to tonight. They played the River Ridge Royal Knights and had a 54-0 win in that game, and obviously the contest was not as closely contested as we hope to see tonight's game to be, or it would be.
Yeah.
But really a good positive step for the Indians. They needed a game like that.
And one of the things I love about it is they play Miami Northwestern the week before, right? And then they don't lay down, they don't overlook River Ridge. They come out and they dominate. They do really well, and knowing that they have Riverview the next week.
Right. And again, just get that there was a bit of, and we'll talk about this a little later as well, but leading into the season, we knew the first part of the schedule was going to be heavy as far as the competition was going to be concerned. Maybe it didn't come out the way you wanted it to come out.
Yeah.
So to rebuild that confidence with the Northwestern win and then the River Ridge win leads and makes everybody feel, I think, a lot better going into this game, which means so much.
And listen, in high school, to have to travel 4.5, 5 hours to go play a team it's a beast.
It's a lot.
You might travel an hour, or you might travel 30 minutes to go to a different city and play a different team, but to travel down to Miami Northwestern, what do they call the stadium?
Powell Stadium. It's the mecca of high school football.
It's unbelievable. They play every single week. They play probably one of the best teams in the whole entire state of Florida every single week, and the fact that Venice can go down there this year and go down there and beat Miami Northwestern is awesome.
Well, like I said, in that stadium last week, I want to say it was in that stadium, but Miami Chaminade played Miami Central, the defending national champion, with a team that might be the national champion this year.
Unbelievable amount of athletes.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Every single week they play unbelievable at that stadium. Unbelievable amount of athletes, and the fact that Venice was able to travel 4.5, 5 hours to go down there and whoop up on Miami Northwestern and then come back and beat River Ridge, in my opinion, is extremely impressive.
Right, no doubt about it. Key players to last week's victory for the Indians, obviously the two quarterbacks, Jaden Glasser and Ryan Downs. Both of them contributed pretty much equally as far as the passing yardage was concerned with. Ryan was a bit of a Swiss Army knife. Caught a pass, ran a touchdown in, and also it was threw a couple of nice touchdown passes himself. And Jaden was his steady self. He was again, he's getting more and more of that. You can see it in his body language coming out of the huddle when he's in playing. He's getting to the point where he is really, really, really getting comfortable in this offense.
And here you go, week 4, week 5, and you still have the same two quarterback system, not interrupting each other, not messing each other up, but both able to flourish, in their each own aspects. Is awesome to see.
And it was good because, like I said, it flowed well last week, which was really good. On defense, we had two. I'm going to pick out two standouts as far as the defense is concerned. Number 87, Ryan Daly, had a big game. He had 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. He was disruptive in the backfield the whole game. Like to see that from your defensive tackles. And then Carter Dalton, who was last year as a junior, he was a guy who was always around the ball, and it seemed like he was in and around every play. Seemed like a little slower start for him this year, but he really has amped up his play the last 2 weeks as well.
And I'm excited to see what the defense is able to do tonight. big game, huge game. Defense needs to stand up and do their thing like Coach Shannon coaches them every single week, and it'll be fun to watch.
I can tell you that the championship level teams that we've had, the 2 state championships under Coach Peacock, those teams were defensively led. I mean, even though there's a great offensive and there was players of the year on offense, you just knew that when the other team got the ball, the defense was going to hold them back, and it gave so much more confidence to the offense. With that, tonight we'll take our first break in because Trey and I got to go over some things from this earlier today. All things aside, I got beat good today on the golf course by Trey.
We'll talk about that later.
His buddy Rob over there.
We'll talk about that later.
So so I can say so. Hopefully, I'm not no precursor to what happens to Venice tonight. We want his luck, not my luck.
I'm Venice and Europe tonight. Is who I am.
No doubt. With that, we'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium right after this break. See you.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season, and go Indians!
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
And we're back here at Powell Davis Stadium, again, for tonight's matchup with the Venice Indians and Riverview Rams. And let's talk a little about tonight's matchup. Riverview comes in 3-1. Only loss was to top-ranked 4S team, Gainesville Buchholz.
Okay.
And so otherwise, they've had a clean record. And Venice comes in 2-2. We've talked about their wins against Northwestern and River Ridge. So, I mean, both teams, like I say, right now, I wouldn't say all things are equal, but I will tell you that that they're both probably on the same apex, I would say, as far as where the teams are headed, and hopefully, again, Indians are on a higher apex at this point.
And John, you know just as well as I do. I mean, we're both Gator fans.
Yes.
Right. Florida, Georgia, biggest game of the year for Florida, biggest game of the year for Georgia. It doesn't matter what the records are. Someone could be undefeated or someone could be completely defeated, and you come into this week, records are thrown out the window. It's going to be an unbelievable game, and we're both really excited to watch it.
There's nothing on either coaching staff can do to make it more, exciting or be more aware of getting your team fired up for this game. It takes care of itself just by that where they're at.
And I think one thing is it's awesome that Riverview's coming in here ranked higher than Venice.
Yes,
this is one of the first times
in a long time.
You tell me. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's probably been at least since they've been in the district together. Venice has always been sort of had the upper hand.
Yeah.
So no doubt about that. What things in common? So one thing in common, particularly with the two teams, they both have transfer quarterbacks starting for each school, which is kind of what's happening in high school football now. The transfer portal kind of setup that the high school has set up is really sort of made itself. It's the norm.
Which is awesome. What is awesome about that is that these are two programs that are destination spots for big time quarterbacks.
Right.
Which is awesome to see. Like in Sarasota County, little Sarasota County, not very big compared to Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, whatever. These are two programs that are really, really good, coached really well, and the fact that they play talent at a high level is awesome to attract higher level players.
Right. So Braxton Thomas, kid out of Arizona, is going to be tonight's quarterback for the Riverview Rams. They do some things like Venice does as well, but the two quarterback system sort of got some guys making some plays that are also quarterbacks as well. And then, of course, Jaden Glasser, starter for the Venice Indians. From what I've seen of Braxton Thomas, him and Jaden they're pretty close to each other. They both fit into their teams real well. They've become leaders on the team, and their performance on the field has been top notch.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm really excited to see what Venice's defense is able to do tonight.
Yes,
it's a big challenge, obviously, for them, and we'll see how they've improved week after week after week, going on to this week.
And that's the thing. I will tell you, for as much as the offense is going to be a big portion of what's going to be probably the thing that people look at the most, the defenses are going to be the one to decide this game, and that's how it always comes down to it. And so, I mean, as far as Venice is concerned, again, defense that has struggled, giving up yardage, especially in the running game this year. Kind of got that under control the last couple of games. And Riverview, again, the games that they've struggled with, again, defense didn't really hold up too well against Buchholz, but otherwise the games they have been in, they've been pretty lopsided, and defenses have performed outstandingly. So it's a big deal for those defenses to really kind of make their mark and step up and play a stout football.
Hey, it's a rivalry week. Throw everything out the window, what you've done the week before or prior or what you're going to do. This is the biggest game for Venice and for Riverview this year, and let's ride.
No doubt. Band is heading on the field right now. The Venice High School Marching Band, the 2023 version of Mr. David Wing is in charge of all that. So what we'll do is we'll take a break right here, come back, and we'll see what the band is doing for us, and we'll also go back and talk about some key players, key things to watch in tonight's game. We'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium right after these messages.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free WORKS wash. Good luck this season, and go.
Very good rendition of our alma mater and, of course, the national anthem by the Venice High School Marching Band. Now they're playing the war chant and getting everybody ready to be fired up for this game. Some keys to tonight's matchup, Trey. So the thing is going to be, in the past, Riverview has always sort of tried to slow Venice's tempo down, kind of keep the ball out of their hands. I mean, playing defense on offense, so to speak. Do you see the same thing happen, or what do you think in regards to how do you think they'll play tonight with their new weapons and the new quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, maybe just speak on for Riverview fans who are watching for the first time. Venice snaps the ball so fast. I mean, probably the fastest of any high school offense in the country. And so how fast can Riverview get lined up? How many penalties from offensive standpoint does Venice have? You know, if we can limit the penalties, if we can limit the turnovers, offense is just going to flow, and it should be a good night for Venice.
No doubt. Another point I was kind of thinking, so Venice on offense, they've got a lot of weapons. I mean, more so than maybe they've ever had.
Yeah.
Do you get to the point where you're still trying to spread the ball around, or if something's working, do you just do it until they can stop you doing it?
Yeah, well, that's been, I mean, Peacock has said multiple times that this might be the most talented wide receiver group, talented running back group, talented quarterback group he's had in the history he's been here, and he's been here for a long time. And so we'll see what he decides to do. But I think if he finds some type of bread and butter, just because it's a rivalry week, you got to just continue to hammer the bread and butter until Riverview stops it. And then once Riverview stops it, we go to do something different.
Right. Like I said, I think the same thing. I mean, if your running game is working, that's probably the best thing you could ask for.
Yeah.
And if that's working, you stick with it. I think you do. But, I mean, and in some cases you say, oh, well, they have these guys that didn't. Well, it's winning the football game.
Just win.
This is a must win. You want to win. That's what you want to do. Other thing I was going to say, too, who wins the basics, okay? Turnovers, penalties, who tackles, who blocks, ball security. You know all that stuff. You tell the importance of all that stuff. You know how important that stuff is.
Yeah, I mean, special teams, penalties, turnovers, all of those things play such a big factor in any rivalry game. And so whoever tends to win those, smaller details of a football game tend to win the football game.
Yep. No doubt about it. And like I said, I know Coach Peacock has really been the last 3 years in particular really concentrating and trying to cut those penalties down. Yeah. How many times you say, oh, that was a 5-yard penalty, and really was a 40-yard penalty because a big play was pushed back.
What happens when you run a play so fast on offense? As soon as you get to 3rd and long, you can't run a play very fast, right? You have to turn it down a little bit, turn the notch down. You have to decide on what play you want to run. So typically when you run a fast offense, you want to have a good 1st down and a very successful 2nd down, and then you're able to run a fast 3rd down play.
Then it goes right into as soon as they're marking the ball, moving the chains, you're off and running. With that, like I said, so again, so both teams, again, they know each other very well. I got the feeling there's going to kind of be a filling out process tonight, get everything started.
Of course.
I mean, if you know somebody and you've played them, again, year in, year out, the same coach, the same whatever, do you kind of go out there with the idea that, let's see what he's got, or do you counter punch? Do you throw the first punch? What's your philosophy on that?
I am fired up. I honestly, I've never been more fired up for a Venice game. I want to see who's more physical.
Okay.
Whoever's more physical, whoever can tackle better, I think has the upper hand in this game. So we'll see if Venice comes out more physical or if Riverview comes out more physical. I promise you, they're teaching that or they're yelling that or preaching that in the locker room. So we'll see who's more physical tonight, and whoever's more physical is probably going to win the game.
To kind of make you feel good about that process, so Venice played that tougher schedule.
Yeah.
So
always
physicality is they're not going to be they're not going to shy away and or not be used to the physical nature of the game.
But we'll see tonight.
Absolutely.
Every week is a different week, and we'll see tonight.
Well, like I said, so hopefully that schedule does pay off for them from where they went to do that. Anyway, with that, we'll take one more break before the start of the game. We'll have the coin toss coming up, and of course the entrance of the two teams onto the field. With that, we'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium following these messages.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we're back here, and we'll look at that beautiful sunset out over looking to the west, out over the beaches. It got that nice that pink and blue look that it gets when you get these twilight days here in beautiful west coast of Florida.
It's that time of the year, man. Every single night, Friday night, is spectacular weather-wise. Not too humid. Great weather, and I would like to say it's an orange and blue.
Yeah, I mean that's what
it might be a stretch. It might be a stretch.
No, because that's where the colors come. That's what it's all about. So I'll go with orange and blue as well. But it is nice to have that green in front of us out here too, because of that beautiful football field that we have for Venice High School. It's in fantastic condition. Once again, custodial staff got to give them a big hand for what they do with that football field. I mean, that's grass, people. That's regular grass. It does not look like it is, but it is grass.
And I was down there. It's freaking beautiful. I would also say that the fans, every single week, man.
Yeah.
It's Venice. You know, it's kind of a standard, right, that the fans come out every single week. There's thousands of them that come out to watch these Indians play. So it's always fun to be here, always fun to come back. It's always an awesome environment.
Listen, we're starting some new traditions here at Venice High School, too. For special games, we break out the special PA announcer. Special in a lot of ways, by the way. Coach Brian Wheely, the head coach for the volleyball team, a Hall of Famer, guy going after his own state championship with his volleyball team, comes out tonight and he's our PA announcer and he's getting the crowd fired up. And only the way that Brian can do it. If I did it that way, they were like, "What is this guy? Lost his mind?" But Brian does it, and he's kind of like this disarming charm about him, and he gets it going the right way.
He is such an unbelievable human being. And the fact that he's won, and he's an unbelievable coach. I mean, he's won so many years back to back to back to back to back. Venice is obviously known as probably one of the best schools in the whole entire state of Florida for volleyball. You know, we have baseball. Faulkner does an unbelievable job. Volleyball, Wheatley doesn't. For years, he's done an unbelievable job. And you have football here with Peacock. It's awesome to see the staple that these guys are. They've been here creating programs for years and years and years. Even when I was in school, Faulkner was here, Wheatley was here, Peacock was here. So it's just awesome and amazing to see these guys pour into our youth here in Venice.
Max Preps came out with a map and it had the best teams from each state superimposed over the state. Venice Indian volleyball team was the bell cow for sure. Captains coming to the field right now. I'll give you some names here for both teams, starting with the Riverview Rams, number 7, Braxton Thomas, number 10, Henry Fioragillo. I'll get that right if that's not right. Number 34, Chase Caldwell, and number 55, Weston Grutadoria. Okay, I got that one. That one, I think I got one right. For the Venice Indians, number 1, Charles Lester. Number 8, Mr. Dalen Platt. Number 11, Chris Lee. And number 29, that would be Eli Seed. So both teams are now coming to the middle of the field, and we've got the coin toss coming up. Every week we have a special coin toss celebrity or somebody who's a standout person in the community. So got somebody out there again this week.
So really quick, I mean, if you're a young lady, if you're a family that has a young lady and wants to play volleyball at the highest level, why would you not come to Venice?
Listen, if it starts when they're young too.
In the summer when school's out, you come here and you do a summer program, summer league with Wheatley, and you're going to get coached by the best in the whole entire state. Why would you not come to Venice and be the best every single year?
And every year, Brian adds something or he tweaks everything. He stayed so on top of things.
It's not a repeat of last year.
No.
Every single year is unique. Every single year is specific. I've seen it, bro, firsthand. For multiple, I mean, I'm talking about 10, 15 years now.
Right.
Watch them and watch what he does.
I've talked about when we opened our wellness center, kind of what we call our weight room.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of people saying, well, that's only for the football team and this and that. No. The volleyball team was the first team in there, and they used that, and they still to this day, it's been a major part of their success because he went against the grain and realized he needed to have athletes that were going to be could jump higher and quicker and everything
physical,
else, and just used all those things that would just have, and it's become a staple of his program.
So shout out to Wheatley. That's
absolutely.
All I have to say.
He's gonna listen. You're gonna hear some stuff. It's gonna be fun. We might hear some stuff. We might let you know what's going on, but it's gonna add to tonight's excitement for sure. Indians are ready to come out of their tunnel, I guess, or behind their banner. Here in a second, and the Rams will come out as well. There's our new light show, handled by a very, very high-tech person that can handle all these buttons to be pushed properly and everything else. So
it's beautiful.
There's a nice picture of Coach Larry Shannon, and here come the Indians and the Rams.
It's Florida high school football right here, man.
Absolutely, man.
This is the highest level.
This is what you're looking at. Game of the week in our area with SNN and John Reynolds being here tonight. But it might be the game of the week in the state. I mean, I'm sure there's some other matchups, but this one rivals anyone for the magnitude and having it mean so much so early in the season.
That was fun. That was my first time seeing the light show.
Yeah, it does work pretty cool. Yeah. It's funny. It's been that we've had that option, but I think everybody was kind of didn't know what to do, and now it's become something popular. We already had the lights in.
You got to do it, bro.
On the coaches show, John was like, can you imagine trying to do that so many years ago? You should take 20 minutes for the lights to warm up. And nowadays, you can just turn them on and off like it's nothing.
I love it, man.
So we're going to see right now. I missed the coin toss because I was very excited about the Indians coming on the field. So I'll let you know what's going to happen here first.
I would say, I mean, it looks like we're returning it, but we'll see.
And I could tell you this, that this is, with both teams athletically, the kickoffs are going to be crucial because you don't want to, the guys on both sides who could take it to the house right on the kickoff.
So special teams typically are the equalizers. Offense plays bad, special teams able to equalize it with field position. Defense plays bad, special teams able to equalize it with a good return. So we'll see what we're able to do here, but it looks like we're getting the ball first.
Rams will be kicking off number 31, Daniel Ferrer. He's the kicker, and he's a senior. Back deep for the Indians, number 2, Zakar Lewis. And I believe that is Griffin Gasati. Griffin Gasati back there as well. So ready to start. We talked about it for half an hour. We've talked about it for the last couple of weeks, and here we are ready to roll. Indians get the ball first and see what they can do on offense once they get started. And letting the smoke clear off a little bit here. I'm trying to figure out, they're looking at him like that last little wave of the smoke from the entrance for both teams just drifted onto the 20-yard line heading towards the intercoastal.
And so Riverview tried to line up with 6 guys to the boundary, and as soon as the kicker put the ball on the tee, the 5th guy ran over, so now they're evening it out.
Yeah. There was a penalty called on
no way.
Miami Northwestern for that last time we played them, so they're definitely watching out for it. And there's the kick. Good
He's
kick.
way offsides. Oh, man.
And that's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. Indians take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Riverview, we talked about it on the coach's show as well. Always have an outstanding special teams kicking game. They always seem to manage to find somebody who can boot it in the end zone and kick 50-yard field goal. So another thing that they can they're known for at their school.
And so a reminder for people that haven't watched much high school football, when the ball goes into the end zone, it's a touchback.
It's dead. Yeah, it's automatically, so you can't run it out of the end zone. Even if your heels touch.
Yeah.
I've seen kids try to jump up and do whatever, but it's going to go in. It's going to go in, and there's nothing you can do about that. Jaden Glasser comes out as the starting quarterback in the backfield with, I think that is Alvin Johnson. No, it's actually Jamaris Wilder.
Oh, wow.
And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what happens there. And Jamaris with a great run up the right-hand side. We'll see what that flag is. Stopped by 0, DJ Johnson.
Great action in the backfield. Look at it. Look like they're running an outside zone to the left, and they turn it back around. Quarterback block, huh? Glasser blocking.
Yeah, he does. He will pull with them a little bit. So I think the penalty is coming back. So it's going to be probably a formation issue. Nothing that stopped the play. So I think it was just maybe somebody was not lined up properly. But that's one of those 5-yard penalties that cost you 25 yards.
Anytime you start a series with a penalty is never good, ever.
And that play was a surprise play, and now it's out.
Yep.
So Glasser throw to Barksdale, complete. Takes it up to about the 26-yard line. Brought down again by Johnson. So quick little hitter. Gain of, back a little further. Gain of 11.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Indians.
Nice little shovel pass, huh?
Yes. Oh, nice play. Jamaris Wilder up to the 35-yard line. 1st down Indians. Brought down by number 4, Obi LaVenture.
So one thing Venice does that's different than a lot of teams, and I'll get into detail a little bit later, is they put 3 wide receivers.
Oh, wide open. Oh, my goodness.
Missed him.
He hesitated, and then Barksdale kind of lost his balance a little bit. Didn't set his feet, tried to go all arm, and that was a tough one right there.
So one thing Venice does is they put 3 wide receivers to one side of the field, which makes the defense declare if it's going to be man or zone coverage right away, immediately. And so now it looks like it's going to be man. Oh, you got the seam wide open. He's going to throw it to him.
Overthrown. Got a little. Just got to calm it down a little bit. You know, sometimes you get a little excited.
It happens. Glasser's the type of player that can easily make that play.
Yes.
Easily.
Oh, yeah. He just got to put a layer under it and let him run underneath it.
Yep.
He had him beat by a good 2 yards, so just got to be calm, and doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to be where he can put his hands on it and bring it in. 3rd and 10 from the 35. Glasser to throw. Quick throw.
Good.
Matulovic, first down. Lots of room right there.
That's awesome. Good route. Great route. Little comeback.
And he runs that route really, really well. He does a good job with that. So 1st and 10 at the Venice 47-yard line. Glasser's got Wilder. Wilder takes the handoff. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good play by number 10. That's Henry Fiorigilio. And our PA announcer's trying to figure out how to say his name too, but I might have done it better that time, Trey. I'm not sure.
100% you did it better that time.
So 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Glasser on the keeper. Kind of cut it up a little quick. I thought maybe bounce it might have been a little better play, but nonetheless, gain of about 1.
Yeah, Riverview stuffed it.
3rd down. Tackled by number 9.
So they're going to give him 1 yard. 3rd and 9 at the Indian 48-yard line.
Venice going trips to the field up top.
They're all lined up okay.
Yeah, looking down here.
Kind of looking, he's checking it out. He may call a timeout here.
I would say watch Matulovic down here at the bottom on the numbers.
And they called it. They're just calling it right now.
Man-to-man.
He's playing off him a good almost 10 yards too.
Yep,
Glasser takes a snap.
Yep, right open.
Boom.
There it is.
Right there.
Oh, he dropped it.
Ooh. Well, we're at midfield. Does he take a risk here early? He likes to go for it on 4th down. He's feeling pretty good about his passing game too.
Do they have the QB punt?
They're going to punt. I would imagine they do, but he's going to go ahead and not take any chances here. That's Kane Judson in there to do the punting.
Kane Judson, back to punt.
Good snap, and he shanked it.
Yeah, it's going right.
He's done that on a few occasions, and it's sort of, if you watch him punt, it's kind of weird. He almost gets a little lazy.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like he's just trying to, hey, just get it out there, and sometimes you just lose your form, like I did on the golf course today. So there you go. There's another reference to the golf.
I'm going to bring that up later, how bad I beat you in golf, but
so
we're going to talk about football now.
A very generous spot, so they're going to give him a 12 yards on that punt, and I would have thought it would have been a little worse than where it went out of bounds, but he'll get it straightened out. I know Coach has already given him some coaching tips already on what the punting situation is. So 1st and 10 at the Ram 40-yard line. Thomas in the shotgun, nobody in the backfield. Oh, they move over now, and Johnson lining up kind of in a pistol formation. Quick hand. Oh, Thomas keeps it.
Oh, wow.
Got some room on the left-hand side. Got some blocking as well. Brought down from behind by Carter Dalton.
What a good run.
Great run. Great setup. Everybody, you can see, they're following him right down the line.
Yep.
So that's a good 21-yard gain by Thomas.
Oh, they're running a little hurry up too, Riverview is.
Yeah, they're going to go quick, I'm sure, down to Venice 39. Shotguns. There's a throw. Quick throw. Overthrows. Number 18, I believe that is. Yep, number 18 for the Rams. That is Nick Sinacor. So 2nd and 10.
Venice changing personnel on defense.
It's 39.
Empty backfield. Oh, we're blitzing them.
Okay, that's a good play right there. So they went empty, and they did blitz. That would be, pretty sure that was Eli Seed on the tackle.
That's a QB keeper. Tackled by
Eli Seed. Good play by Eli. Sure tackler.
Man, he's a good player, huh?
He is a very good player. So a gain of 1, a gain of 2 actually, makes it 3rd and 9.
Empty backfield. Venice looks like they're going man-to-man.
Oh gosh, right there had him in the backfield. That was Galloway.
4th down.
And then kind of Thomas got himself a little extra yardage there. See, there's Galloway kind of taking the mesh point, and then there's Seed to wrap him up, him and Lee on the tackle.
Riverview going to go for it, huh?
I think so. You're at the 33. You're out there in that weird zone. I think it works out pretty well for you to go for it. You got 4 yards to get there. See what happens. So 4th and 4 at the Venice 33-yard line, and the Rams call timeout. And we'll take a timeout here ourselves. We'll come back from these messages, see if the Rams can convert on 4th and 4. Be back here shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County.
And we're back 4th and 4. Quick snap to Thomas.
Flag.
We got a flag. Offsides on the Indians.
Oh, man. That kills you.
Oh, my goodness. Did he line up offsides? He might have lined up offside because that was neutral zone infraction. So a gift. That's 2 big 5-yard penalties that you just cannot make in these kind of games, and giving the Rams a chance to get a cheap first down.
Penalties and turnovers, man. Can't do it,
and that's
especially in a rivalry game.
That goes back to the basics. There, you got to do the basics, and if you don't do it, you're gonna have a long game. So 1st and 10 at the Venice 28-yard line. Thomas back in the pistol with Johnson. Miller in motion. Thomas takes the snap, hands off to Johnson. Good run, good blocking. Down inside, we got a penalty on the play. Johnson down inside the 10. We'll see what the penalty is. It looks right up where holding is normally is, and it is holding on the Riverview Rams. So that one's coming back. So we'll see where this play ends up, because it's a spot foul. So it's a lot of times when it's right at that point, they'll go to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a 10-yard penalty. We'll see if they mark it off any different.
Holding by the Rams.
So it's up to the, so that's going to be a 13-yard penalty.
Wow. Anytime you start the drive or the play with a first down with a penalty, it's never good.
So 1st and 23. Oh, no, they moved it back up, so they went a little too far. So now it is a 10-yard penalty. So 1st and 20 at the 38-yard line. Thomas on the keeper.
Oh, wow, he got flipped.
Tried to run over Kane Judson, and Kane said had no part of it. He flipped old Braxton Thomas right over his back right there. So
that's been 2 or 3 times they've ran the quarterback so far.
Yeah, he's a big part of it. I didn't expect him to run as much, but he's been a big part of their offense with the running game so far. Gain of 1. 2nd and 19 for the Rams. Again, Thomas in that pistol formation with Johnson to his right. Ball snapped, low snap. Thomas gets there, he looks for the running room, and not much there. Brought down by Galloway and Jones.
3rd and long, 3rd and 15.
So ball is up to the 33-yard line, gain of 4. 3rd and 15 for the Rams. I think you got to throw here, Trey, but I don't know if that's if they're going to maybe play conservatively. And Thomas keeps it again. Good fake, but that time Chris Lee was right there to take the tackle.
Great tackle.
There's Galloway again. He went right after that running back again.
So a lot of times they have rules, right, from a defensive standpoint. Like, you go take the running back, or you let them quarterback hand the ball to the running back, and then everybody else tackle them. So it depends on what rules and everything that the defenses, Coach Shannon has put in place.
So they're punting from the 29-yard line. So that, I would be punting this directly out of bounds. I wouldn't even mess with the end zone.
And from Venice's standpoint, you probably want to rush the punter, right?
He
dropped it. Oh,
he's
my
down.
goodness.
The ball's
no, he's
loose.
not. Scoop and score.
Oh, what are they doing? Oh, gosh, he could have scooped and scored. He had Charles Lester right there.
Wow.
So that was a weird deal. Punter. So Jones on fumble recovery for Jones. kind of figure this all out. He just dropped it. He was going to do one with a little backspin on it. Then his knee was down there. Then it got popped free.
Did he have possession?
No, he didn't, because I think they would have marked it back where it was.
Oh.
And there's Jones again. There was no real fumble cost. It's a fumble recovery by number 30 by Eli Jones, and a fumble by the punter, number 36. That is Nick Delfow, 11th grader punter.
So there's, I don't know if you've even heard this before, but there's two types of fumbles: a city fumble and a country fumble. In the city, there's a lot of people, so jump on the ball.
Right.
In the country, there ain't no one out there, right? So scoop the ball up and score. So they teach that at every level: high school, college, professional. That right there was a country fumble. No one around. Scoop and score.
And it's sitting there kind of waiting for you. It's not rolling around. There's not really anything else going on. That's the one you.
If there's a bunch of white jerseys, green jerseys all over the place, it's a city fumble. Just jump on it, right? We'll be happy we got it. But that time right there, it didn't look like any other white jerseys around. A bunch of green jerseys, just scoop and score it, and let's bang our heads on the end zone.
Right. Well, I know they're probably. It's kind of hard to in the heat of the moment.
Of course.
But they're going to coach him up on that one, I'm sure. So 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Indians. Glasser with a quick shovel pass to Johnson, and there's nothing there on that one. Stopped in there by, looks like number 10 and number 11. 11 being Cash Waldrip.
It looks like Riverview has been coached up a lot on the defensive front, like striking. They're striking hat and helmet, hands, getting off of blockers, making it tough for us to run the ball.
Glasser going deep. He's got loose this time again. Got it. Touchdown, Indians. I don't see no flags.
Yes, sir.
So – 61-yard completion. That's the one that he had before.
Yeah.
And he just kind of overthrew him. That one he put air on it. The guy did kind of catch up to him, but so Carl was able to kind of lift his feet, and he was off and going.
So what Riverview's doing is they're playing man-to-man all the way onto the field down here at the bottom and expecting the rest of the team to zone out everybody else.
Yep.
And so when you're not playing a deep third because you're playing man-to-man by the corner, it's tough to follow the go route. Great throw by Glasser.
Number 20, Josiah. Our PA announcer last week had it done. Arca to Payne. And it is good. 5:27 left in the first quarter. Indians take the 7-0 lead over the Riverview Rams. And why don't we take a break here as well, and we can come back for the kickoff to the Rams. Be back here at Powell Davis Stadium right after this.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
So we just got told on how to pronounce our kicker's name. His and came up. It's Josiah Arkadapani. Josiah Arkadapani from Buffalo. So we got that. So see how things happen. We ask. We struggling with his name. It's Josiah Arkadapani. So I've got that now. And here goes Josiah kicking off to the Rams. Deep for them is number 19. Gets it at the 6-yard line. And got outside contain right there, but we've got, big hit. That might have been Brantley on the tackle.
So if you lose contain, you got to do that. Push him all the way to the sideline, right?
How do you say his first name?
Who? Josiah? Oh, Kenai. Yeah. So that's number 19. That was Jaden Wheeler on the return.
So watch, if you lose contain right here, which he did right there, you still push them back so everybody else has a good chance to tackle him.
Kenai Brantley with a good tackle right there. All right, so Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Thomason backfield, hands off to Johnson, stuffed. Good tackle. The defensive line kind of held him up, and then Papatanakis made the tackle. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. See if the defense can keep it up here. Got a quick run.
QB run. Good tackle.
So Thomas was tripped up by Lee.
QB for a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, QB power.
And good block there, but then Lee came up and kind of swiped his leg out from him, and then Eli Jones cleaned it up.
When you're outnumbered like that, you got to. It's effort plays that make the tackle. You know what I mean?
No, you're right, absolutely. And Papatanakis, he got blocked, but he didn't stop moving his legs, and they had to go around him.
All about effort.
So gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 4 for the Rams at their own 31-yard line.
Empty backfield.
Empty backfield. I'd watch quarterback draw right here.
Yeah. It's going to cause Venice to check, get home.
Thomas, wow. So they kind of leaked the guy. He was there blocking.
Yeah.
Nice little play right there. Fleming, Dalton, and Papatanakis all in on the tackle there.
Almost a tight end screen.
Yes.
With no linemen going down the field. Good play call.
Yeah, he just kind of leaked out of the backfield and just a little very simple pass and good play design right there. So the ball's at the Ram 49-yard line after the 18-yard gain.
Awesome.
Hand off to Johnson. Got loose from the first tackler, but not the next two. Dalen Platt leading the tackle on that one.
So if we see this replay, watch Chris Lee right there, number 11, wrong arm, and leave a linebacker wide open with a one-on-one tackle.
Right. And then Platt.
Everybody else gets there.
Yep, no doubt.
Actually, it was 16.
It was Ashari Charles.
Yeah.
So gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 50-yard line. Hand off to number 23 that time, and he did not go anywhere. Looked like Ryan Daly along with Eli Seed.
I love that. Yeah. So one thing about Venice defensive line is they're so physical. They strike. A lot of teams in high school, they avoid blocks. They don't want to get hit. Venice, Coach Shannon has these guys coached up so well that you cannot avoid a block. You have to strike the guys, and you put your hands on them, and you have to be more physical than they are.
Yeah, and like I said, you see what happens when that happens. It works. Everything that definitely can't shy away from it.
Venice is a man-to-man here. Flag.
Flag on the play. Offsides on the Indians. It might have been on Charles Lester. He might have lined up a little too close to the. I don't know. I can't really tell, but look, it seemed like he threw it right there, and he kind of went right up to both of them, and it was seemed like they were in each other's.
Where's Lester from?
He's a transfer.
I love this. I love it. Look at him up top right there.
Yeah, ball is down to the 43-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Rams. I think if you don't get it here, I think you definitely go for a 4th and 2, especially with that, the short yardage. And we've got a timeout. Rams call timeout with a crucial 3rd and 2 right here. And we'll take a timeout here as well. We'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium after these messages.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month. Or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
3rd and 2 for the Riverview Rams. Kind of a
heavy set.
Heavy set, yes. Hand off to number 23, and he gets a first down easily down inside Venice 40-yard line, brought down by Platt and Fleming.
Hand off to number 23, Isaiah Phelps. That's in Riverview, first down.
So first down for the Rams on a good run up to the Indian 37, gain of 6. They just went heavy, and they just pushed Venice back, and number 23, that is Isaiah Belt, did a nice job of
They're
finding
going
the
heavy
hole.
again. Heavy again, motion. Change
And
the
they
look.
changed quarterbacks too. So Belt on the carry.
Tackle.
Gets it up to about the 34-yard line. Seed and Charles on the tackle.
It looks like Riverview's offensive line does a great job pulling. It doesn't matter if it's the right guard or right tackle or left guard, left tackle, but someone always gets out there and they fit on a linebacker or a DB every time they pull.
So 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 for the Rams. And the quarterback on that play was number 17. That was Jeremiah Dawson, but they've got Thomas back in the game now. And the Rams are taking them down to the inside 5 seconds on the 40-second clock.
Yeah.
Belt on the carry, brought down. Oh, gosh, that was Johnson, and Galloway had him, and he's still on his feet. I thought he was down already, but no, he kept going to got himself a first down. Brought down by, looks like Seed again.
And when you come off the edge free like that.
Yeah, you got to get him. That's the guy you've been chasing all night.
Yeah.
So first down, Rams. Another handoff up inside. That's Johnson again. And again, they're pushing him forward. And they're coming from behind. That's, again, Seed on the tackle.
Tough runs.
Tackled by Eli Seed.
And that's Ashari Charles in there as well. So ball is down to the, gosh, it must be the 17-yard line, 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain.
8 seconds, 7.
Quick handoff again, and that is Johnson again, but that time going nowhere. Chris Lee along with Galloway and Seed, and that's the end of the first quarter. So first quarter, again, was kind of a feeling out process. I think both teams, I think the Rams have figured out that running the ball, going heavy might be the way to go. See if they continue that way. With that,
I agree.
With that, we'll take a break. Be back here for the second quarter of tonight's matchup. Be back here shortly.
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And we're back here at Powell Davis Stadium. It is 1st and 10 Rams at the 17-yard line.
Yeah.
Thomas
run.
with the keeper. And he's churning his legs and just kept on going until he just fell down.
And that's a QB keeper by the Rams for 2nd and 4. Tackled by number
So that was Ryan Daly on the tackle.
Ryan Daly.
In and out with personnel by Riverview. Even changing quarterbacks here, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of they're getting different.
Oh,
well,
seven
no,
still,
still,
yeah.
but they did before, so we'll see if they continue to do that. So ball's at the 11-yard line. 2nd and 4. Handoff to Johnson, and he is stuffed. Looks like Ryan Daly again. Good tackle by Daly. And ball is a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2 in the Venice 9-yard line.
What do you think Venice is going to do here? You think they're going to blitz? You think they're going to play it normal?
I would say.
Oh, they're going man.
I think they're going to go. I think they're going to shoot the backers here. I think they're knowing Riverview's liking to get tight. There it is. Thomas got it. Looks like he's got the touchdown too.
Edge, yeah.
So that was a 9-yard touchdown run by Braxton Thomas, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Touchdown.
Got us at the edge. Got us at the edge.
Good block there by the running back Johnson. He kind of got Papatanakis, and he just bounced it out. And they made some good blocks, and that's gonna get you every time. It was a good series of plays there by the Rams.
Yeah, I agree.
Kicker is Majestic Van Ingen as their kicker. And there's a flag, 2 flags.
Oh, he got hit.
Ran into the kicker, and then there was a flag on the other side. It could have been, I'm not sure what it was, but we'll see if it's on either both on the, no, one's on the Indians. We'll see how it goes here. Let's see what they got. Extra point was good. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against Venice, and that's it. What was the other flag about?
Do they want to see if they accept it or decline it first before they call it? No, they should call both, right?
Yeah. That was a little strange to see. See, now he's throwing a flag. The referee back there is throwing a flag before the other. So what was his flag?
Yeah.
So
Here we go. They're going to tell us right now. Personal foul on defense.
Oh, he's still not doing anything about it, so it'll be assessed on the kickoff. So Venice gets a 15-yarder, and which means it'll probably be a easy boom into the end zone for a touchback, or do you take the risk here with a 15-yard penalty, and do you try to onside kick it?
Me personally, I'm kicking it short.
Okay,
Either I'm
loop it up there.
Either I'm pooching it or I'm going to kick it onside.
I got
Either
you.
one.
Okay.
Just because those guys don't field kicks every single week, right?
Right.
You would think, right? And then the front line doesn't field onside kicks every single week, so I would just give a guy a different look and see what happens.
31, Daniel Ferrier kicking off for the Rams.
T looks normal.
It does. They got a field goal kicker, a punter, and you got a kickoff guy alone. So
Wow.
they got a lot of
specialty
guys out there.
Yeah, I agree. So what you look at is, his walk-off looks pretty normal.
It does look normal.
The T looks normal. It's 5-on-5, both sides. Normal kick.
Yep, put it in the end zone. So.
Yep. Played a lot of special teams in my day.
Yes.
So those are all the things you look at. Like, what's the T look like? What's the walk-off look like? Is it even 5-on-5 on the kickoff team? All those things equal normal kickoff.
Right. And again, you're not trying to give any momentum back to the Indians, I guess. Just make them go 80 on you. That's the sound decision making. It's early in the game too. You're 7-7, so I guess you really don't have to go and do anything too outlandish at this point of the game. All right, so Indians back on offense. Glasser at quarterback with Wilder to his left. Hand off to Wilder, and he is stuffed for about a 1-yard gain.
Riverview is doing a good job of packing everything inside from a defensive standpoint, not letting us run the ball.
That's Chase Caldwell on the tackle, number 34.
We got 6 guys to block. They got 7 guys to play defense on the interior.
Glasser quick keeps it, runs up field, gets to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made in there by number 27, Landon Marsters. Third and 3 Indians after the 6-yard gain. Wilder in the backfield again with Glasser. Nothing there at all. Well, he might
Close.
have
Yeah,
sneaked
he's
out
close.
2 yards. It looked like he kind of rolled on top of the pile.
Looks like it's going to be a 4th down and 1 for the Indians.
Peacock's going heavy personnel.
Watch out for the no play. He likes to be able to jump offside, see if he can get the Rams to do it. I'm sure they're screaming on the sidelines right now, do not jump off sides.
Bringing in Downs.
Yep, they are bringing in Ryan Downs. You need to call a timeout here, guys. There's mass confusion out there right now.
We still got time. 14 seconds, 10 seconds. Riverview doesn't have their heavy personnel in, so.
And up to Wilder. Caught him totally off guard. They thought for sure Downs was going to get the ball, and great play call right there. Just kind of bring him in there, and he's a big decoy, and that works out just fine. So
I love
first
the aggressiveness. I love the aggressiveness of Peacock.
13-yard gain and first down Indians. But again, you've seen Downs come in there, and even with all the confusion, you're like, watch the quarterback, you know, and there he is, Wilder. Glasser back in there, hands off to Wilder again. He got a nice hole that time, and he keeps his feet and still running.
Man, he's impressive.
Down inside Ram territory to the 44. It's a 14-yard gain that time.
Venice has always had some good running backs. Wilder's not like the biggest we've seen over the last couple of years.
John says they can make cuts in the hole, all kinds of stuff. Glasser on the carry. Ball is down to the 39-yard line, 5-yard gain for Glasser. 2nd and 5. What happened on that one?
Ball. Center snapped it. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. It never came out.
Yeah.
It never came out. See if we can run that one more time to Francis. It just hit him like in the I don't know what it did. The ball came out of his hands.
Did he think he was under center?
I don't know. It couldn't have, because we don't do anything under center. So he didn't snap the ball. So it should be a penalty, you would think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess, who's the fumble on? I guess on nobody, but they recovered it. So Rams get a fumble recovery. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Wow.
Johnson on the carry, wide open hole right there, and run down, tackled by Lester.
And out to number 0, DJ Johnson for the Rams.
Takes it up to the Indian 48-yard line after a 12-yard gain.
Man, tough position for the defense to be in. I mean, they're sitting on the sideline watching the offense go, and the next thing you know, a fumble, and they got to get in there and protect the field.
Yeah, kind of just a weird kind of play. It just kind of hard to figure out what it was, but it was definitely a fumble. Recovered by the Rams. 1st and 10. Handoff again, this time to Belt, and he's got some room to run, and they're coming off the ball now.
Yeah, he's quick.
That's Galloway on the tackle, along with Lee.
Run by number 0, DJ Johnson for the Rams. 1st down.
Yeah, that's just a really good hard run.
Mm-hmm.
1st down at the Indian 35.
Same formation, same run.
Same run again.
Yeah.
That's Johnson again. Brought down by Jones on that one.
Johnson on the carry. 2nd down and 3. Tackled by Eli Jones.
Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Indians got to figure something out here, because they're just gashing them right now, Trey.
Yeah. Same formation, same play.
This time it's Belt.
Same play.
Same play, and same hole. So Belt picks up the 1st down, brought down by Fleming, along with Lee and Seed.
It's just a one-back power. One-back power, pulling the right guard.
For the Rams, 1st down.
And they're picking up 9, 12, 13, 7, 9 on that one. So big chunks.
So go back to, what was it, week 1 or week 2, Armwood?
Yes.
They ran 3 plays, maybe 4. but no more than 4 plays.
And this is and it looks very familiar formationally because they're pulling, they're big and heavy, and they're pulling the tackle or the guard, whoever it is.
I said earlier, the Riverview offensive lineman, right guard, left guard, doesn't matter who it is, right tackle, left tackle, they're pulling and they're getting on a man, right? They're not just running and doing what they're supposed to do, like just running down the field. They're actually blocking someone and digging them out, and it's giving the running back a huge hole.
No doubt about it. Like I said, and I know this is you watch this and you say, hey, stick an extra guy down there, do this, but your defense is not, that's not the design of the defense.
It's not that easy. Someone's got to make a play.
And I think a little bit too, Trey, is when you were saying earlier how defense was coming off the ball and engaged, and they weren't the first run, you could see that they just sort of got lazy, and they got out of what they're supposed to do, and wide open, and now here the Rams are got them on their heels.
Same play. One back power. Quarterback take. Ooh.
Now see right there, I got to look at that. We got a late penalty. It might be against the Rams. I'm not sure. We'll see. It was dead ball foul too. So ball is down to the 7 after that 12-yard gain.
Didn't look like anything on the tackle. What do you call it? Holding on the defense?
I don't know what that would be. So you got, there's Thomas. I don't think, whatever. I don't see that either. So Indians down, the ball's down at the 4-yard line. 4-yard penalty. First and goal, Riverview at the Venice 4-yard line. You got Johnson back in the backfield with Thomas. Thomas on the run again. Kind of leaps towards the goal line. Brought down by Carter Dalton and Ryan Daly. 2-yard gain. Second and goal from the 2.
Riverview bringing in their heavy package, bigger guys.
Bigger guys, looks like when they put the quarterback, the number 17.
Yeah, he's back in the game.
Jeremiah Dawson in the game, and they've kind of got heavy. They got that guard at fullback, sort of in that pistol formation right there. Let's see what they come up with here. Belt on the carry, and he breaks the tackle, makes it into the end zone. Just kept on running his legs, and he got in the end zone.
Well, we had a free guy off the edge. I couldn't see what number it was, but someone had a free shot at the running back.
We'll see it here again in this replay.
Right off the edge.
Yeah, that's Lee. He had him right there, and just
shot.
that's not good form tackling right there. I just kind of went kind of low and just threw a shoulder at his knee, and that's. Man, you just square him up on the goal line. You can't be going at their feet like that.
Kind of take yourself out of the play, and then now you're playing with 10 guys instead of 11 guys.
Yep. That's Eli Seed. A little shaken up on that play. Looks like he kind of got twisted around when he was trying to make the tackle on the play, and hope he's all right. Hope he just maybe get the wind knocked out of him, or a little something, maybe a kick to the stomach or something like that. All right, so here we go. We got your field goal kicker in here. That's Majestic Van Ingen.
What a name.
It's an interesting name.
What a name. Almost Majestic. It's actually majestic.
And X point is good. So with that, we've got 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Your score is Riverview Rams 14, Venice Indians 7. We'll take a break right now and come back here for the kickoff to the Indians.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And we're back right now, and as you can see, beautiful Venice High School, beautiful Powell Davis Stadium. The field looks great, and so does our scoreboard. Just so you guys know, we are the lone live streamers, I think, in the whole, maybe in the country.
No way.
who have not only on the state, but we have the play clock and the time on our graphics. So kudos to Vibrant Aspect Media.
It looks great, man.
It does look good. High kick. Ball is taken, and they give it to Casati. This time he thought he had a foot in the end zone, but they let him take it out and gets right back to where he would have if it went in the end zone.
Yep.
So Casati with the 20-yard kickoff return.
It kind of feels like it's a huge series for Venice.
It does.
Offense,
No, you're right, because it's sort of the air is out of the building right now. Kind of seeing what we don't want to see, which is ball control.
Yeah.
Some things like that, and you get sort of a
turnovers.
You see sloppy penalties with the 5-yarders and whatnot, and then you're seeing somebody losing their temper on a 15-yard penalty. So yeah, just got to kind of get a composure here. This is where you hope your senior quarterback can calm the offense down.
I agree. I still don't know what happened on that turnover.
I don't know what's happening here. Another motion penalty on the Indians. Procedure. So they must be rocking backwards is all I can think of. Somebody's rolling back in the. So another 5-yard penalty.
Kill you, man. To start a drive. Kills you. Kills you.
That's the one that's the same penalty they had when they had the first run that went for 20 yards. All right, Vassar to throw.
They covered it this time.
Yep. Yeah, they rolled somebody over that time. So Lewis was sort of open, and Glasser let him out a little bit too far. I think Lewis saw there was no chance on that one.
Yeah, I mean, the time before when we scored a touchdown, they were playing man-to-man up top, and you see the corner overlapping right there. So zone different than man.
2nd and 15. At the 15, Glasser takes the snap, hands off to Johnson. Johnson breaks one, but it goes outside. Down to the 37-yard line. Good run by Alvin Johnson. Give him a 22-yard gain and a first down. I like that because you don't go back to the basics again. Pick up 22 yards on the play. Glasser on the handoff again to Johnson. Johnson squeezes through the hole.
Alvin Johnson on the carry for 3 yards.
Brought down by 10, Henry Figueroa.
A lot of times on those runs, the long runs by the offense, it has to do with the blocking on the perimeter. In 23, Griffin did a great job on that one, the last one.
Glasser gets the snap.
Oh, he's
looking deep. Got Casati open.
Good catch.
Good catch.
Come on. Good catch.
Great catch.
He just made a great block on 2 plays before.
Right.
On the corner or safety on the long run, and then you get rewarded when you make a block as a wide receiver.
And I'm telling you, that's the kind of, as I said, those two slot guys with Casati and Barksdale, they are keys to what the Venice Indians are doing this year. Johnson on the carry. Gets down to the 20-yard line.
What a catch.
I made the 15-yard line. So that was, 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for the Indians at the Ram 15-yard line. And we've got a timeout Riverview. So with 3:07 left in the half, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium, see if the Indians can cash this drive in. Back from the timeout and 3:07 left in the half. Indians down 14-7 to the Rams, but driving at the Ram 15-yard line with a 2nd and 5. Glasser in shotgun. That's Lewis in motion.
It's gotta be a
little pop pass to Lewis, and broke a tackle. See if he can get.
Man.
You know what? Going to give a blind side block. I don't know how you could have done it.
Another flag. He just threw it right now.
For what on that one, though? There's 3 flags on the field. definitely a blindside block. I mean, the comeback, it was a crackback block, but the play wasn't meant to come back that way. And I don't know if you could even prevent it, but I understand that it's for, you'll see in the highlight right here.
At the bottom
when
of
he
the
comes
screen.
back, watch right here. You're going to see right here, boom. And that's called for a penalty. And then there's penalties post play as well. Another penalty down here. So we'll see if there's 3 flags in the field. Could be 3 penalties in the field. We'll see what happens.
While the Zebras talk about it on the field, we have a great halftime show for you by our own David Wing, Venice High Band.
So they're having a conversation. Like I said, I know the one penalty is going to be called. Do they offset? Is there something else that happened? We'll see. We'll see.
Well, the white hat threw a flag like super late.
Here we go. Personal foul, crackback, or that's Indians. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, Rams. So it'll be so basically what's going to happen is we're going to go backwards and then we're going to go forwards and it'll be right back where we started. So we're going to just do that whole play over again.
Replay it down?
Replay the down, second down. I think, or was it third down? He
second
put up
down.
2 fingers, so I'm not
It was
sure.
second down, yeah, it was second down.
So we're going 15 for them and 15 for us. Second and 5 again. Johnson on the carry. Slithers forward and gets about 3 yards.
That's a handoff to Alvin Johnson.
So say 3rd and 2 for the Indians at the 12-yard line. You run Glasser here?
I love Matulovic down here at the bottom on a post, me personally. The safety's on
Johnson,
the other side of the
break,
field.
he's
On the
going, they're
ball.
pushing him forward. He's still turning his legs.
First down.
He's down. We've got another flag.
Looks like there's a first down, but there's some laundry on the field.
It's holding on the Indians. See down in the end zone? He's got him he's holding him on the ground.
Goodness.
My goodness is right.
What is that? Well, it would have been a first down, right? So you obviously push him back. So third down?
So is it going to be a spot foul? Because it was a spot foul. So this is where it gets weird in high school football. He gets the yardage down to the 4, and then the penalty is a 10-yard penalty against the Indians. So now it's 3rd down and 4 from the 14-yard line. A great run by Alvin that time, too. He really wasn't much there, and he kind of made something out of it. And
I would just love Matulovic down here at the bottom.
oh, my goodness, again. Offsides on the defense, and that'll be a first down if it is. Offsides. So the Indians get a break and get a penalty against the Rams. First down. Down at the Ram 9-yard line. So we're going to go heavy here. You got Ryan Downs back in a quarterback with Alvin Johnson to his left. Here's the snap. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson's got room. And touchdown Alvin Johnson. And so and there was some kind of after the play messing around. Matthew Peevely and the defensive lineman kind of got tangled up, and Peevely was trying to get up, and the defensive lineman was kind of hanging on to him. See right there, Peevely pancaked him.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
then it kind of went from there. So the touchdown will count.
Did they throw a flag? I didn't see a flag.
They did.
Okay.
So it's definitely post. It's after the touchdown. So 9-yard touchdown for Dalvin Johnson. It's either going to make the extra point real long, or it's going to be a longer kickoff, depending on what kind of strategy Riverview wants to do, if that's the only, if it's against Venice.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 penalties on the play.
Well, it's got to be a touchdown, right?
It's a touchdown. It's everything. Everything happened way after the play.
How awesome were those lights?
Yeah, no,
Holy
the
crap.
light,
Are you
the
kidding
light
me?
show is really working now. They got it working really
That's
well.
amazing. Heck yeah. In a high school football game, you got a light show. It's amazing.
I'm trying to see who's fighting with each other on the field. And I'm
Right.
like, oh.
Green. Go white. Go green. Go
sure everybody can hear the "Go Green, Go White."
He's doing a
in
great
our
job.
microphones. Yeah, he's
Really
definitely
doing
got
a
it
great job.
going.
Yeah.
Definitely got it going. So dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams. So they're gonna be offsetting penalties on both players. You know what? I like that. That's probably the right call in that situation because I don't think Peevely was totally innocent in the situation.
Of course.
And I'm sure the kid reacted to it, so you just kind of leave it at that. So offsetting penalties will result in a touchdown for the Indians and an extra point coming up here by Akadapani, as we were told. I don't think I'm getting that right now. Akadapani.
His aunt will come up here and tell you.
And there's people in Buffalo probably going to be yelling at me for 2 games now. So hopefully I'm not getting yelled at anymore. I'm a humble volunteer.
Speaking of Buffalo, the Bills look really good this year.
After the first game, yeah, they were a little sloppy. I think the whole Aaron Rodgers thing in that game got everybody kind of off their game.
I mean, I think they're really fortunate that Aaron Rodgers is not around. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll see here. All right, Akadapani in there. Good snap, good hold.
Awesome.
And it is good. So with that, 2:27 left here in the second quarter. Your score is now Venice 14, Riverview 14. So we're right where we were. So pregame predictions, you and I talked a little bit about it. I talked to John Reynolds from SNN as well. Both kind of thought it would be sort of a feeling out process, and then the second half would be a barn burner. I think hopefully we might be in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, we still got a lot of time here in the first half, so we'll see what Riverview is able to do offensively.
Yeah,
we both teams have a couple timeouts, so a lot of game still left to play here.
Yep.
But it's an exciting game, tight, very
yeah,
tight.
and what you would expect out of the 2 better teams in the area, if not the 2 best teams in the area.
I agree.
So Rams have got nobody deep at this point. They're kind of coaching up their special teams. Maybe they got something. I would think that long talking to the guys, maybe they're cooking something up, Trey.
Maybe.
You never know, right?
Reverse, fake reverse, anything to throw the kickoff team off.
And they've got a bunch of pretty good athletes back there. So.
Yeah, but one guy back there.
Back deep to the Rams is number 3.
Kickoff for the
Anthony.
Akadapani, high kick, short.
He dropped it.
Picks it back up quickly at the 15-yard line, and then swarmed over by a bunch of Indians, led in there by Joseph.
Akadapani, when did he come?
He's been, I think he's been here as a freshman, and he just moved up the ladder.
But the first 2 weeks, a kicker was out, right?
He was out. He was hurt.
Yeah.
Yes, he was hurt. So that was about a 45-yard kick, but effective.
Yeah.
Riverview takes over at their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10. See if they go back to the running game.
Well, I mean, they haven't made any money throwing the ball, so they have to go back to the run game, I would imagine.
That's Johnson on the carry. Leans forward. Tackled there by Daly.
Been a lot of running back run, quarterback run, not much throwing the ball.
Yeah, simple
so far.
stuff,
Yeah.
which again has been sort of the MO over the years. They haven't really, they've always wanted to come out and sort of taken the steam out of Venice's offense with ball possession, and kind of the same thing at this point. Calling it 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Miller goes out wide to the right. Oh, kind of a lazy. Oh, good play right there. Galloway on the tackle. But I'll tell you what, Thomas is strong. He's right there, and he just keeps going.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Number 27, David Galloway.
So Thomas gets up to, I give him a yard. Timeout Indians.
Huge 3rd down right here, especially for Riverview.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Yeah, 1:45. Venice has got, looks like 2 timeouts. I thought they had 1 left, but either way, I mean, coach is going to use up his timeouts, make them punt. obviously what happened the last time with the punt was a big positive for the Indians right there.
Well, the incomplete pass counts as a timeout for the most part, right?
Yes.
Play clock or the game clock stops.
So that right there with the conservative approach for the offense, you almost can expect a run here.
I agree.
You know, they're not going to try to make Venice call a timeout again, and they're not going to give them any freebies. They haven't thrown the ball at all in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Not even attempted a pass, and they only attempted 2 for the whole game.
I mean, yeah, if you're Riverview, it's 14-14. You got to run the ball here.
Yeah.
And make Venice
Make Venice
a timeout.
exactly.
You have to. Empty set, empty set by Riverview.
So you got to figure they're going to try to do something with Thomas.
QB run, yeah.
They're looking. Down to 15 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah.
Crowd is making a bunch of noise.
Cover 0 by Venice.
There's Thomas. He's all day. You had to see that, guys. You had to see that coming. Papatanakis on the tackle. Is he short? No, they're going to give him a first down.
And that's 4th down.
I mean, he just turned himself sideways. Is it? So are we going to measure?
Does Riverview have any timeouts to measure?
I don't know. But the clock is running. It's down to 1:17 and now they're going to give him the first down.
Oh man. Without measuring it?
A lot of times they don't. They kind of give it the eyeball test. I've seen that a lot this year, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So first down Rams, and now they can try to do something with a minute left in the half.
Empty formation again. I mean, QB run.
Okay, we've got delay a game against the Rams.
Well,
I think the Rams are happy they got the first down right now.
I mean, yes, for sure.
So Trey, I mean, we'll talk more about this at halftime, but to me it looks like we're seeing the good and the bad Venice as far as on defense so far in this first half.
I agree. You have to be able to stop the run from a defensive standpoint. I mean, especially when Riverview's been so one-dimensional all night long.
And especially on that play, you know it's coming. They're conceding that to you, and you've got to think that again they're blocking and everything. Rams have a good offensive line, but it's still you got to see it
for sure. You got to strike. So they've been running this same exact one-back power to the left-hand side. They must have a stronger offensive line on the left-hand side, or they must think that they're able to move our defensive line on the left-hand side more than the right.
So Coach Peacock calls another timeout with 46 seconds left in the half. Not sure I would have done that, because I don't know if you have enough timeouts to keep on calling timeout. Maybe you're hoping for a fumble or something along those lines, but you're giving them a chance to maybe throw up a chunk play. You know what I mean? And so I think I would have not done that, but far be it from me to be the know-all of all this different stuff.
Yeah, it's been a lot of running. Riverview has not thrown the pass second quarter, correct?
Not one, not even close.
Yeah.
So again, it's just chewing up the clock. I mean, it's not. You know, it's the longest run they've had so far in the second quarter is 12 yards. So there's a bunch of it's big chunk plays or anything like that. It's just push around, get you 4 yards, get you 6 yards.
Yeah, it's the same one-back power to the left, pulling the right guard, or quarterback run to the right. You know, basically the same.
And if they're doing it formationally, they're spreading them out. So you've got
they are giving us different personnel, different looks.
Right. So formationally, they're kind of leaving up to man-on-man, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Venice is challenging them to throw the ball. There's no now we have a safety.
So Belt is in at running back. And off to Thomas keeps it again, and that time no contain, and we got a holding penalty on that one. Daly was there, and he looked like he was trying to get away, and as you saw, that his the arms were extended by the offensive lineman. So right there, see kind of just that last little bit. He didn't need to hold on to his shirt tail, otherwise he probably would have got away with a pretty good block.
So what you do from a defensive standpoint is you have the defensive end who's unblocked go tackle the running back, and you have a defensive tackle or a linebacker play for the quarterback to keep it. And that's what we did right there. They were obviously holding our guy.
Right. All right, so back down to the 28-yard line where it's 2nd and 19 for the Rams.
They call it a crack and replace.
And there you go. That's our lesson of the half right there.
Place.
Handoff again to Belt. Good block on Papatanakis, but there's Eli Jones to initiate the tackle and cleaned up a little by Eli Seed. So the Eli's on a tackle together.
They're going to let the clock run out. Huh?
Yeah, I would think so. They gave Johnson 5 yards on that one. I think that'll be the end of the half. Indians ran out of timeouts. You only get 3.
Yeah.
So with that, we are 14-14 at half. The Rams will get the kickoff to start the second half, and we'll see what they do on offense when they come out for that. With that, we'll come back and watch a little bit of the band, and after we do that, Trey and I'll do a little halftime analysis, and we'll come back here at Powell Davis Stadium for the second half of the game right after these messages.
Please welcome to the field your Venice High School Marching Indians. Their 2023 field show is entitled Dream. While everybody gets into place, I just want to take a moment to thank our family dinner providers.
We're back here live at Venice High School at Powell Davis Stadium, and we're going to watch the band perform their routine. And while I'm doing the stats for the first half, one stat I want to point out right away: Venice Indians 8 penalties in the first half, 64 yards, four penalties of the 5-yard variety that have cost them dearly on some drives and some momentum in the first half.
And then when you have them on first down, especially when you start the drive, it absolutely kills you.
Yep.
Absolutely kills you.
100%. With that, Venice Indians also start with Riverview first. 30 carries in the first half,
Wow.
165
30.
yards rushing.
Wow.
And they were 1 for 2 passing for 18 yards. That was that little pass to the tight end.
Yeah.
And they didn't throw the ball once in the second half. No need to when you're moving the ball up and down the field. They had 96 yards rushing in that quarter alone. For the Venice Indians, rushing in the first half, 15 carries, 93 yards. Jamaris Wild had 5 carries for 30. Jaden Glasser, 4 carries for 12. And Alvin Johnson, 6 carries for 51 yards, 1 touchdown, all in that last drive where he did a really nice job.
And from up here, obviously, it's different than down on the field, but it looks like they're running the same exact one back power to the left. They're pulling the right guard,
Right.
Pulling up, blocking the linebacker, having good success. And then the change up to that is quarterback read, right? So 1 back power, and if the linebacker over pursues and the quarterback pulls it and runs down to the right-hand side. So it hasn't been anything magical.
No.
Nothing
They're
crazy.
just executing that play, or those plays just as good as they can. So Venice has got to really play more physical on the defensive line for sure. Passing wise for the Indians, that's Jaden Glasser, 6 for 10, 132 yards and 1 touchdown. And we talked about the variety of receivers he has.
Yeah.
We got 6 receivers, all with 1 catch.
Wow. Yeah,
We got
and he's missed 1 or 2. I mean, he's a really good quarterback, right? So if he was a mediocre quarterback, then I understand the misses, but he's really, really talented in everything that he does. And so there's 1 or 2 throws that he probably would like to have back that he probably should complete.
And they're not tight windows either. He's just kind of overthrowing them. But with that, Jace Barksdale, 1 catch for 11 yards. Jamaris Wilder, 1 for 9. We've got Ryan Matulovic, 1 for 12. Alvin Johnson, 1 for 0. Zakara Lewis, 1 for 61 and a touchdown. And then Griffin Gasati, 1 for 39. So
we also
spread them
haven't
out.
had the ball. We haven't had the ball as much as you would like to have the ball from a Venice standpoint.
Well, again, so you look at the plays. Indians ran 25 plays. Riverview ran 32 plays. But you're right. The plays that are being run by Riverview are taking the entire 40-second clock up.
Yeah.
They're kind of patiently doing what they're doing. And it's kind of hard. You're watching it and you're saying, okay, here we think we know what's coming here. And then all of a sudden it's like it's slow motion to get there. And they just lean forward and get 6,
Just
4,
enough. Just
8.
enough every
Right.
single time, yeah.
And so that's frustrating. And you don't want to see the team get frustrated, but the best way to take your frustrations out is to stop them. If it's bothering you, then you know what? Step in that hole and make a solid form tackle. Don't get beat. Don't get run over by the quarterback or whoever run the football.
And I don't know, for certain how many plays Venice usually runs on the offensive side of the ball. If I had to guess, Venice wins every single time when they run 75 or more plays, just because of how many plays they run, how so fast they run the plays. If Venice has the ball for that long, there's a really, really high chance that Venice is able to score multiple times. But they've only had it 20-some times.
Right, and you haven't. Like I said, with the couple drives they've had is then when they've scored, there really wasn't a lot of tempo to them, just a little bit here and there. And then I will say this too: the fumble on the snap really was a tough break right there because
Still a mystery. What happened?
So somebody just texted me from watching it. They thought it looked like the ball hit his leg when he went to snap it, which is possible, but there was no reaction by anybody
else.
At the center. You think that what the center would have said, and a ball hit me on the leg, I can't imagine it made it to the quarterback.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things where it was a weird reaction to a play that unfortunately was led to the stop of a drive that was sort of they had that look, that momentum. They were going to go ahead on that drive, but it did not work out. Both teams had some turnovers, but again, the penalty side of things was really kind of the tipping point for the Indians. Really, I mean, we could talk about yardage on the penalty, 64 yards. But how many yards went back? The first play we talked about.
It's the first down penalties.
It was a 20-yard play that went back for the 5, which is a 25-yard loss of. He lost 20 yards on the play. So yeah, it's a tough one to watch. We'll continue to watch the marching band. See if we want to go silent, and we'll do that. And we'll watch the marching band until we lead into the next break.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we are back here at Powell Davis Stadium. Both bands did a great job on their performances tonight. Riverview band has been nationally known for years and years to do a great job. And Venice Indians are, sometimes you see the bands and Riverview's got 150 and Venice has got 40. They've got a full complement. They're looking good. They had props, the whole deal. So props to them, Mr. Wing doing a great job, and hopefully they'll continue on their uptick as well. All right, we're coming back, Trey. So we talked about it, 14-14. Riverview gets the ball. I think it's very important for the Indians to make some sort of a defensive stand here on this opening drive. Riverview's thinking to themselves, man, we can run this thing down to get 8 minutes off the clock or 6 minutes off the clock or whatever. But I think the Venice Indians have got to show some grit and try to stop that from happening.
I mean, it's kind of what we talked about during the halftime. There hasn't been too many plays that Riverview has ran. They've run a lot of volume of plays, but they've run the same exact plays over and over and over again. So yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Venice, maybe change the formation or change what they're doing and stuff those plays and make Riverview throw the ball maybe a little bit.
So Arcadapani coming out to kick the ball to the Riverview Rams. Last one was a little short, but I don't know if that was by design or not. He got underneath it a little bit, but they've moved up a little bit. They're at the 15-yard line this time, so they've actually they had one man back, but they got 2 guys back now. So maybe they're expecting a little bit of another pooch kick on this one. Oh, now I see him. Now Johnson is back deep, so I didn't see him, so he is back deep.
We do have a weird glare.
Yes,
here
sometimes you just don't see everything. Oh, there's an onside kick.
He's offsides.
My goodness, you had a perfect onside kick and 5-yard penalty. I mean, and it's right, he's the guy right next to the kicker.
Wow. Would have worked perfectly too, man.
Well, there's another 5-yard penalty for you, Trey. So
to start the drive, and we're not even on offense. Still kills you.
Again.
I mean, there's just this. You had the first play that one went for 20, and then there's all little nuancey things that you're trying to do, catch them off guard, and you come out here and they're no way were they expecting it, and there was the perfect onside kick. That's a staple, that kick that Coach Peacock loves, that sort of roller, because they kind of get lost. They're not looking for the ball, and it's sort of just rolling around. It's not.
Do you do it again?
I wouldn't do it here. I think they got to be prepared for it this time.
They only got 2 guys in the middle, though. Only got 2 guys in the middle. Kick it deep.
And it is out to good kick down inside the 5. Johnson on the return. And he's tripped up at the 20-yard line. Good play there. He might have tripped up himself, but he definitely got tripped up by somebody or something.
Johnson out to the 20-yard line.
That would have been a touchback if it was from the 40.
No question. He got a hold of that one.
I think Lee just kind of got him on the ankles, what it was. So Chris Lee with the tackle on that one. So 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And for as bad as the not getting the onside kick, that was better that they only got out to the 20.
Yeah, I agree.
Thomas back at quarterback, and Johnson is in the pistol with him. See if they go back to the same situation here.
Oh, they're running the other way.
There's Johnson. And running through tackles, and a 6-7 yard gain.
Yeah, you'd love to see Venice's defense be a little bit more physical, especially up front.
Looked like Seed on the tackle.
You don't typically see guys running through tackles from.
And it's not like they're kind of sliding off them and they're stepping out of the tackle. So 6-yard gain makes it 2nd and 4 Rams. Thomas to Johnson. Again, moving the pile. That time not for much. Judson on the tackle, along with Galloway. So let's call it a long one.
early big third down for Riverview coming out of halftime.
And they're loving this right now. If they get the first down right here, you couldn't ask for much more than that for them.
If I was to bet, I would say quarterback run.
Yeah.
Empty formation.
And he just makes himself small in the hole, and he seems to get that extra 1 yard.
Not gonna throw it.
First down, Rams. Dalton and Galloway on the tackle.
Number 7 with the QB keeper.
There's just not much you could do from a schematic standpoint on the defense. You're man-to-man outside. You have no safety deep. Right? You have one more guy in the box, then they can block. Someone just has to make a play.
Right, absolutely right. Somebody's got to make a play, and that's where you got to get off a block and make a play.
So down here at the bottom, you want to make sure someone has contained.
Again, I think that's Johnson on the carry. Make that belt on the carry. That's Jones, and there's a flag late on the play. So somebody saying something or somebody doing something. We'll see what it is, especially when it's late like that. Our PA announcer entertaining the press box at this point, as well as the fans on the personal foul against Riverview. So let's still second down. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, dead ball foul against the Rams, losing the composure a little bit on that one.
Nice school bus back up there.
That's pretty good stuff.
Good school bus back up. I like it.
Ball's at the 20-yard line. It's second down and 22 for the Rams. Belt in the backfield. Thomas.
See if he throws it.
You catch him off guard if you do.
No, he's not.
No, there it is. He is throwing. There's
Play.
Thomas throw. Interception. Charles Lester with the interception. Now, Shari Charles went with a clip. Just unnecessary at all to even do that. Just kind of, I mean, yeah, I know you don't know how to block people on defense, but you just don't hit anybody in the back.
Yeah. What an awesome play for Lester, though.
Absolutely.
Former Riverview guy getting the interception against his old team.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Ball was high, came out of his hand a little high, and then it just kind of went off the outs.
Oh, he
should have caught it.
Yeah, he should have caught that for sure. No question. Good for Lester. That's
See
awesome.
there, it's just kind of right there. Just push the guy in the back and kind of doesn't make any reaction to it. But all right, so Lester did take it back down into the 15-yard line. Give him 17 yards on the return. Venice takes over 1st and 10 at the Riverview 25-yard line.
Couldn't ask for a better start from the defense right there.
No, definitely not.
Turn the ball over. Got trips down here to the boundary. Ooh, offsides.
Oh,
definitely jumped.
wow. They real close. They rolled in there, but I guess they held themselves back a little bit. Wilder on the carry. Still on his feet.
Wow.
Look at that run. That's an angry run right there, my friends. And he gets a penalty on the touchdown. We've got to be better than that. You know, I love the enthusiasm. Great run, but you can't taunt.
I'm sure Coach Peacock will have something to say to him when he gets to the sideline.
Yeah. So it'll be a touchdown.
Yeah.
But right here,
Man, he's such a tough runner.
See, that's, you know, I get it, you're enthusiastic, but that doesn't fly at any level.
Are you allowed to celebrate like that after you score?
Listen,
that was pretty sweet, though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's pretty sweet. If you're gonna get a flag, you might as well go all out.
I think with that, the dance is okay. I think the fingers in the face are not.
Yeah, I agree. But if you're gonna get a flag, you might as well go all out.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
he got it.
Yeah.
Arkadapani in for the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Rams are probably going to take that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff to give themselves better field position. So 10:05 left in the first half. I'm sorry, I'm all off.
Second half.
10:05 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Indians 21, Rams 14. We'll stay right here for this, see what they do on this kickoff here. And like I said, Trey, they threw the ball, and that's probably going to make him not throw the ball anymore. You figure he gets the interception on the one throw he's had in the last quarter and a half, and puts Venice in the end zone pretty quickly.
But I'm sure you would argue as well as I would, it's not the quarterback's fault on that, right? It looked
No.
like it hit the wide receiver's hands.
Oh, he totally.
In my opinion, I mean, I could be wrong.
I
but
mean,
it, looked like
it almost looked like he was in a lot of traffic, and he just kind of lost track of what he was doing there.
We'll take it. That's fine. Good for Lester, though. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
and
no doubt
the
about
offense
it.
to be able, I mean, what an awesome individual run.
Spinning, keeping his balance.
Yeah.
Run through another tackle. He's throwing the peace sign up at him. So, all right, so we got ball back at the 30. Should be at the 25, to be honest with you, if it's a person.
And remember, this is from the penalty, so we'll see.
So Venice gets a 5-yard break here, because that should have been one for 15.
TJ Johnson back for the Rams. And the southpaw for the Indians, Josiah Akabatani.
Do you squib it? You know, do you want? See, it's going back 5 more yards.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It's like somebody's not right at 15.
Kick it faster. Hurry up, kick it.
I mean, stranger things have happened on high school football
I'm sure,
fields.
I can only imagine. You've seen a lot. Bro.
Oh
You've
my
seen a
gosh!
ton.
Sometimes you're like, what is going on? So Akadapani, 15 yards further back. Let's see what he can do. High kick. Johnson. Again,
good
drops
kick,
it. Pick it up. Oh, they went right. They both ran right by him.
Oh my goodness.
So that's Platt and Joseph on the tackle.
Jeez, and
The
pro.
Rams get the ball on the 26-yard line.
I mean, you got to have your eyes on the returner, right? You would think.
Yes, 100%.
It's like they ran into each other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're down there hustling. I give them credit for
No,
that,
for
but you can hustle all you want if you run right by the guy. You can't do anything about that.
Hustling's the bare minimum. You should be running down there as fast as you can and shoot.
No doubt.
So what? It ended up being a 7-yard penalty.
Basically a 7-yard penalty. Yeah, so that wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Well, hopefully it fires everybody up.
So 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Johnson in the backfield with Thomas.
Not much contained down here at the bottom.
Handoff to Johnson. Papatanakis. Nice. Good job by him. Turn it back inside.
Great play by Papatanakis. That was awesome, man. Turning it back inside.
Jones on the tackle.
Look at 17 right here.
Yeah, that's what
awesome
you want.
Play. Awesome play. Didn't make the tackle, but he did make the tackle by forcing the running back to go back inside.
Jones, Lee on the tackle.
Gosh, I wish my son's football team could learn how to play contain right there. I mean, that was a textbook. I might as well take a video of that and show these kids.
Yeah, that's the one you got to
play contain. This is how you play contain.
Come
right there.
up, take the blocker on, let the other guy make the tackle. Johnson on the carry, breaks free, brought down by Charles, along with Lee. Ball's up to the 37. Should be a first down, and it is a first down for the Rams. Good 7-yard gain.
That's a first down for the Rams.
Again, still crucial here. I think they had to get the stop and got the lead, but you still can't let Riverview go down and just sort of march down the field with you. Make them, when they got 2nd and 22, they had to throw, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Hand off to Belt, and he breaks tackles and still breaking tackles.
Tough run.
Lee on the tackle along with Carter Dalton.
Number 23 with the carry.
Watch right here. The play looks like it's over, and everybody is
down right
see,
there.
see, everybody stops.
Yeah.
Everybody stops.
Yeah.
You don't stop. Yeah, that's what it's like waiting for the other guy to make the tackle. It's called gang tackling. You got to do that.
I agree. He should have been down right there.
I don't know how that's a
2-yard
first
gain.
down, but it is a first down at the Riverview 46. And up, Thompson the keeper.
Replace.
Good play by Daly. He came up, Lee slowed him down. Daly helped on the tackle. Good play by Daly.
You'd rather have the quarterback run the ball and then the running back. You know what I'm saying? The running back is known. He's supposed to run the ball. He's stronger, more downhill. Up top, you see the quarterback pulling it. Got to have the replace, though. Someone has to be right there.
Right.
He didn't get rocked, though.
So 3-yard gains, 2nd and 7. By the way, Trey, I don't think that was a first down the last play.
Really?
Yeah, I think they just because the ball was on the 37-yard line, and then they made it to the 46. So maybe that one of those eyeball first down things that the eyeball wasn't working right, or the spot might have been wrong. Handoff to Belt again, and brought down by Platt and Jones.
Tackled by number 16, Charles. And that's a third down.
Ball is a 6-yard gain.
Moved it back a little bit.
They did. So 3rd and 1 for the Rams at the Venice 45-yard line.
Looks like a QB run.
It sure is, and he's got the first down. Hard run. Tackled by Seed.
Number 7 with the carry, Braxton Thomas.
Got a 4-yard gain,
Number
first
29,
down.
but number 1 in our heart, Eli Seed.
7:01 left in the 3rd quarter. I think this is what the Rams had hoped would happen in the first drive.
This is what they want to do. Just chew up clock, run the ball to the left, run the ball to the right.
No mistakes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Still, they got that time. They all got a piece of him there. I could give everybody a tackle on that one.
It's almost like you dare Riverview to throw the ball. You know,
Yes.
you have everybody except for the wide receivers covered, and you just blitz everybody.
Daly led that tackle along with Charles. So loss of 1. 2nd and 11. See if they go right back to the run.
Yep.
And they do.
Yes, sir.
And there's Daly again. Good
Great
tackle. He's showing himself right now in the second half. He's playing a lot of energy.
Getting off the block, making the tackle. You love seeing that. Look at that. Look at the effort.
So 3rd and 9 after the 2-yard gain. And if you're Riverview, if you don't get the first down, is this where you start going for it, or you stay patient and punt the ball back to the Indians?
Do you throw it right here? I don't think you throw it. It's got to be a quarterback run. Check with me. Nope.
It's the throw.
He's throwing it. He's not even looking.
Oh.
The kid wasn't even looking.
He was blocking. He was not paying attention at all.
Oh, they're going to punt it. Obviously for Venice, punt safe, right? You're not going
Absolutely. So the punter from last time is back in, number 36. That's Nick DeFlau.
We have enough guys in the field.
They're at the 5, so they're sitting. Do you fake it here?
I don't know, but regardless, you're playing super safe for Venice's side.
Yeah.
4th and 9, 4th and 8.
4th and 9.
That's long.
Up
Hey,
there's the
fake
fake.
Oh my goodness.
You got to be kidding me. Oh, fumble. So that was I mean, it was right there. Venice had 2 guys back. There might have been an audible called on that. But number 50, I mean, they had him. And I mean, I give him credit. The kid kept
Run
his
by the
balance.
kid, yeah, for sure. But look at that, man. We had him dead to rights right there twice.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I mean, there's a point where you give a team credit for running the play, and there's a point where, like, shoot, man, you got to tackle the guy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's, like I said, that's just one of those plays where I get the punt safe, I get everything else, but you're right there to make the play, and you're just not making a play. And it's not even a running back. It's just one of their. Here's a show one more time. And here
he should be down on the 44-yard line. 44-yard line.
Eli
Right there.
Seed had him right there, and he just kept his balance, and then the line, there was nobody else even around. I mean, they all got blocked way off the ball. So other than Seed, they got collapsed on the right-hand side of that one.
It just makes the game harder. Makes the game way harder.
Right.
They get stopped right there. The game's a lot easier. We're able to run the ball. We're able to do whatever we want on offense. Now they get the ball. They've had the ball for what?
Well, we were at one play, and they've run 16, so that's where we're at.
7 minutes.
Ball 1st and 10 at the 28. Johnson on the carry. Again, from standing there like nobody was moving. But that play, nobody was moving at all. Watch right here. Looks like the play's dead, and we're not. Everybody's standing there.
Tackled by Chad Fleming.
Fleming on the tackle. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. And again, not trying to take, not even worried about the clock at this point. 4:44 left in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, it's a dream scenario for Riverview if they can score right here.
Absolutely.
Contain.
Johnson on the carry. Good. Got from the backside. Charles and Fleming on the tackle.
Looks like it's a 3-yard gain. Tackled by Charles.
Johnson on the carry again. The ball's up to the 22-yard line, gain of 4. It's 3rd and 4 for the Rams.
Down. Let's make some noise.
So you got 3 wide receivers up top.
It's the same formation. They've been doing the same thing over and over again. I think this
quarterback
is
run.
It's the quarterback run all day.
Run, guaranteed quarterback run. Quarterback run left. Get him.
There you go. There's Daly making a nice play again.
That's 2 of this drive, right? 2 or 3 of this drive.
3 on this drive.
3 of this drive, yeah. Just effort, man.
And Thomas's helmet came off. He's got to leave the field on 4th down. He has got to leave the field. So a gain of 1, 4th and 3 at the Venice 21-yard line. Indians, again, they're not making. They're doing okay. It's 3rd down, 4th, 1, 2. There's no big chunk plays, but you got to make a play here. This is where you got to make a play. I think they're going to run it down and call a timeout.
17, Jeremiah Dawson.
And the Rams do take a timeout.
Big play for them.
And we'll take a timeout. We'll catch our breath, come back here, and see what the Rams pull off on a 4th and 3 at the Indian 21-yard line. Be right back.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
All right, 4th down and 3, the 21-yard line.
New quarterback.
Yeah, Dawson in a quarterback because Thomas lost his helmet on the last one, so he has to set out a play. Indians are crowding the line of scrimmage. Hand off the belt, and he did not get it. Did not get it.
What a stand.
Excellent. Very good. Chad Fleming finished that tackle, but I want to say it was Chris Lee who was in there initially. We'll see where on the replay here. It was Lee. No, yeah, again, going low again, but that, but again, Fleming was right there.
Yeah,
yep.
just enough.
Just enough.
What do you think from an offensive standpoint? Throw the ball down the field, score quick.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna speed a waffle. He's gonna do something. He may want to run a little bit to give his defense a chance to catch their breath. Ball's on the Venice 20-yard line.
Great job to Coach Shannon's defense out there.
Switching the formation.
Switching the formation. 17 seconds left on the play clock. They got Johnson in the backfield with Glasser.
I'm throwing this thing deep, bro. Wide open.
Glasser throw. Oh, my goodness. Wow. A little behind him. Didn't set his feet when he threw. Did the right thing. He moved up in the pocket, Trey. But
have controlled. Yeah, it was okay. Throw in front. I mean, that's a touchdown. In front of him is a touchdown.
Yeah. So 2nd and 10 now from the Venice 20. Try to make them jump. They're showing control. They're flinching a little bit, but they're not coming out of it.
Right? I mean, there's no safety deep for Riverview.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the box, expecting Venice to run it.
Casati trying to make a run with it before he caught it.
Did he catch it officially?
No, he didn't catch it.
I think that. Yeah, they said they caught it.
Oh, he did catch it. Okay. So Casati gets the catch. 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5. Way to stay with it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so that's one of those.
Just catch it. That's
They
all
get
you
the
gotta
ground
do.
quick.
Just catch it. Same play.
And he got the first down.
Great catch.
Great catch.
And it's been there all night. And then next thing you're going to see is him run a go route and be wide open. I mean, the corner's playing 10 yards off him.
So 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Johnson on the carry. It's another 5-yard gain. Alvin's got a slight build, but he runs really hard.
I agree. He's a really good player. Look how he sneaks through there.
Right.
There's not much of a hole, but he's able to skid right through it.
Doing like what Thomas is. It gets small in the hole, and then he can keep going forward. Johnson again on the carry. Nothing there this time. Good play by the Ram defense. That is number 50. The guy who ran the 50's having a good third quarter so far. So 2 yards, 3rd and 3 for the Indians.
We have Matulovic down here at the bottom. I'm telling you, he's going to run a go route.
Stop and go.
Just throw it up to him.
There's nobody deep.
Throw it up to him. almost got him right there.
Yep. Glasser on the carry. And he bowls his way for a first down.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Brought down by number 11, Luke Haskins for the Rams. But first down, Venice up to the 41-yard line, gain of 4.
Good hard run. Good hard run.
1:21 left in the third. So there had to be somebody rolling, but I thought that receiver at the top of the play had moved a little bit. I don't know what they see. What are they seeing?
Well, the guy down here called through a flag. So.
Yeah.
For the Indian cheerleaders, what a great job they do down there. They're working hard tonight. They're getting after it.
Well, I hope you can hear what's being said.
They do a good job. Great job.
Legal shift? Is that what that is? So I think it's a 5-yard penalty.
Looks like the Indians weren't set. No worries. 1st and 15.
1st and 15 from the 36-yard line.
I'm telling you, just throw it deep down here at the bottom. Throw it deep. Throw it deep.
He was out of bounds. His left foot was on the line when he caught it. You can just see it. We had a good view right here. Watch his left foot. Boom. Right there on the line.
On the line. I agree.
Good throw.
Yeah.
I mean,
good route. Good throw.
Yeah.
Just out of bounds.
So 2nd and 15. And you're like, it's there. I mean, he could have.
Oh, it's there.
He backed up and he broke that route off and. Glasser's looking. Barksdale. Oh!
It's a good ball.
Really good ball. He put into the spot because he had to get it sort of around or over the linebacker right there, and he put it right where it was going to need to be caught.
Good pocket by the offensive line, too.
See, right there, he had to get around that linebacker. It just.
It's a good ball. All right, 3rd down.
3rd and 15. Again at the Venice 36-yard line.
I go right back down here to that comeback route with Matulovic.
Twins.
Still no safety deep.
He's got him. If he just can get it just a little air. Gosh. Again, you're right. He was open deep, and he just kind of overthrew it. So 3 passes, I should say, and no runs. And now it's 4th and 15. And the problem here is that the last time that our punter went out there, he kicked a 12-yard punt. But you've got to punt. You got to trust that he's gonna get it right this time.
Yeah, you got to punt it. Man, we missed him.
Yeah, it was there. Opportunity was there.
They're going to throw a flag on us, I would imagine, right? We had too many guys in the field.
Did it again.
Yep.
Too many guys in the field.
Have to throw a flag, right? There's no flag? No?
Okay, looks like it'll be the first down on the Riverview 40.
Nope, no penalty at all in that one. And again, that was a 14. That was a Boris Balsa on the 40. That was a 24-yard punt.
So 10 more yards than last time.
We're going to do some
Definitely.
singing together as a family.
There's going to be a sing-along, we've been told, at the middle between the 3rd and 4th quarter. So everybody who's not here, you're just unfortunate not to be able to be a part of that. 1st and 10 Rams at their own 40-yard line. Thomas, the quarterback, with pistol. Johnson on the carry, patiently running. Brought down by number 16, Ashari Charles.
And it looks like that's a 3-yard rush.
Give him a 4-yard gain on that one.
Man, I'm still thinking about that offensive drive. I mean, we had the comeback. No, he wasn't covered, but he stepped out of bounds, right? Matulovic did. We have a wide open seam route, overthrow, and then we have drop, and then we have an overthrow. Three plays. It was nothing that Riverview did.
Right, just nothing. Not
nothing.
One
There
bit
wasn't
of it.
one thing that Riverview did. It's just us, pitch and catch.
2nd and 6. Thomas gives it to Johnson again. Seed came off the block. I thought he was getting held there the way he kind of came off it, but that was a good run by Johnson. Brought down by Lee and Papatanakis.
When you have Lee go inside and the 2 blockers, there has to be somebody outside of him.
Yes.
Has to be. End of the 3rd quarter.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. With your score, Venice Indians 21, Riverview Rams 14. Don't go anywhere after these messages. We'll be starting this very, very tight, tense 4th quarter. Be back here at Powell Davis Stadium in a few minutes. Thomas on the keeper. And he gets down to Dalton on the tackle along with Lee.
That's a QB keeper.
Not much different than the first half.
No.
Run left, run right.
No, that was a 6-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 1. So see Venice Indians. I mean, I know the defense has got to be getting tired, but they got to do. You won't be as tired if you can not make mistakes and make tackles. You know, it's not on anybody else but yourself. You're kind of wearing your own selves out.
And the QB and the running back are talking about something right here. You can kind of see it in our shot. A little motion. QB run.
Yeah. He's got it. Again, the tackle initiated in the backfield by Galloway, but he just dragged them to the first down. There's Galloway, boom, right there, and he just leans and leans and leans and keeps rolling forward. He's down to the 19-yard line for a first down, gain of 3.
I wish there was more to talk about, like schematically. You know, that'd be fun.
No, it's just
run left, run right.
Keep on calling the same guys tackles too, so it's kind of the way it's going. Again, taking their time at 8:46 left in the game. Belk on the carry, just kind of steps around somebody. Tackled there by, I think, Lee again. Makes Jones miss, and then Lee and Dalton on the tackle. They're not like elusive. Again, that's again, they're just slippery.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of get
fall forward.
Fall forward. Fall forward. 2nd down and 8. Thomas hands off to, is that Johnson again? Is he back in? Yeah, Johnson's back in. Brought down by Daly on that one.
3rd and a little bit longer. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, so it's down to the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. At the Venice 15.
And Venice is trying to get somebody off the field.
Crowd is fired up.
Good there. Gotta be a QB run.
And I think you got to. I think they're in 4-down territory for sure. Thomas looking to throw, escapes, and this time they got him.
4th down. Huge play by the defense.
Galloway on the tackle.
Number 10 with the stop, Eli Jones. Big decision to make for the Rams right now on 4th down.
There's Galloway coming up.
Love
Lee
that.
again, just sort of avoiding contact. Got to hit him.
Love to see guys get after the quarterback, though. Watch the fake here.
Yeah.
They're kicking the field goal, allegedly. Watch the fake.
And that is Majestic Van Ingen coming in to kick the field goal. That would be a 32-yarder.
Watch the fake.
Stay on side.
Watch the fake.
Nope, no chance. So Indians stop him. It took a while, but it definitely stopped him.
We'll take it, man. We'll take it all day long.
Absolutely. Riverview in this half have run the ball 30 times already.
And they had 33 running plays in the first half.
Right. So you figure there's 60-plus plays. This is where the Venice Indians need to do a little bit of their own running right here.
Yeah, of just runs.
Of just runs.
66 plays of just runs.
So 1st and 10 at the 20. In high school, it goes to the 20-yard line. No matter where you kick it from, if you don't make it, it goes to the 20.
It kind of counts as like a touchback, right?
It does.
Yeah.
That's why if you have a really good kicker, you can go for it
Yeah.
on a long field goal. That's Wilder on the carry. Picks up maybe 3 if they're fair to him. Stopped there by number 10. That is Henry Figueroa.
I mean, you would think 2 first downs here would be a game changer for our defense.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Complete to Lewis, and he breaks free. He's down. Nice play. So Carl Lewis gets the ball breaks the tackle and gets all the way down to the Indian 48-yard line.
If we can get the ball to our guys on the outside, we have a real good chance. They're dangerous, man, with the ball in their hands.
So 1st and 10 at the 48.
Especially down here, you think this DB plays so far off, you think we'd have him down here the whole entire game. Timeout.
Looks like timeout for a water break, and we'll take a water break ourselves. 21-14 Indians with 6:33 left in this game.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
All right, 1st and 10 Indians at their own 48-yard line. Jaden Glasser, quarterback. Handoff to Jamaris Wilder. Breaking outside and goes down. Great play by number 29. That is Aiden Clow. Good play by him. Loss of 4. 2nd and 14.
We still have this down here at the bottom as much as we want it.
Absolutely. And in case anybody, I know we lost audio for a little while. I hate to tell you this, but we had some of the best analysis we've had all night right at that time. Emmy Award winning.
The most important too, right?
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Complete to Lewis. No, I'm just kidding. It's always good.
Number 2, Carl Lewis.
It kind of got tough there for a little bit because Riverview was just running. 33 run plays in a quarter and a half. It's tough.
Yep.
Tough to talk about.
3rd and 8 for the Indians at the Ram 49-yard line.
You got to go right back down here to Lewis.
I think so. I mean, you got to figure that he's scared to get burned again. You know what I mean? So
got to go right back down here.
Oh, he cut it in. He had the block to the outside, totally to the outside.
4th down. I still don't understand why we're snapping the ball with 30-something seconds on the play clock.
See, I mean, I know he's 11 did a good job. He shed the block, but then just a 1-yard gain after that. So 4th and 6.
No way we're punting it, right? There's no way.
I wouldn't think so.
There's no way.
I mean, a 24-yard punt would be pretty good right here if we can get one of those off, but we'll see.
I think you throw it back down here at the bottom.
He's trying to get him to jump. He's just wasting some clock at this point. If you're going to punt, good question for you. Would you just take the penalty?
I
and just
would.
let punt?
I would.
Because the timeouts could be crucial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. 100%. But maybe he's going for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The only thing I could think of is if he's going to go for it.
And regardless if he does go for it or doesn't go for it, everybody should be in that huddle right now. Confusing Riverview. They have no clue if
everybody,
or
right.
running the ball.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
So anyway, there's definitely some strategy being talked about. I think they're going to go for it. I mean, knowing Coach Peacock's philosophy on this stuff, it's and he knows his defense is wore out.
Yeah.
Getting a first down here, it's another 2.5 minutes off the clock, hopefully.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. I'm looking over here at the defense, and they're ready to roll. I mean, they're standing on the sideline ready to get after it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They're going for it for sure.
All right, 4th down. 4th and 6 at the Ram 48. Now, if you're the receiver, make the catch first. Don't worry about running after the catch.
Well,
make
you got
the
to get to the first down marker first. Yes, sir.
Nice play. Barksdale, go.
Man, it's just a glimpse of what you're able to do when you throw the ball to the guys that are open.
Yes, indeed.
There's so much talent on the outside. So much talent.
And like I said, we were looking at Lewis, but you look at Barksdale, and the ball is put right on right on his hands.
When he's accurate with his throw. He's confident in the pocket right there. Makes a great throw. And you got playmakers on the outside. There's so many playmakers out there.
Absolutely. So a 37-yard gain.
Huge.
Make it a 36-yard gain down to the 12.
Yeah, I just don't know why we're snapping it with 24 seconds left.
That's what we do. And there it is. Jamaris Wilder, 12-yard touchdown for the Indians.
It just gives you a glimpse of, we're so talented.
Right.
We are so talented.
And then there's just plays to be made all over the field.
All over the field, man. And if we can have Glasser with soft feet, not panicking, throwing strikes, and guys catching the ball, we got so many guys that are so talented and such a threat on the outside.
Absolutely, no doubt. Arkadapani in for the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is good.
Their operation is unbelievable. Snap, hold, and kick. They happen so fast.
It is very good. And I like his style of kicking. He's not way back.
Yeah.
He's on balance. It's what, 2 steps, boom, and he puts good contact. That's gonna, that lends yourself to not getting a lot of blocks. He's got a really good way of kicking that ball.
I would argue that we don't even have to block anybody, and because he kicks it so fast. Honestly, the operation is unbelievable.
I agree. It really is that good. RPA announcers urging our fans to stay for the last 4:01 in the game, and rightfully so, because obviously this is far from over. There's 4 minutes in a football game.
Yeah.
Heck, I'd be nervous if there's 40 seconds left in the football game. Oh gosh, it's great though.
I would imagine this is going to force Riverview to throw the ball a little bit. They have to throw a little bit. There's no
You
way
would
they can
think.
run it. There's
You
no way
would
they
think.
can continue to run it left.
I'll tell you,
right.
first and foremost, we need to tackle on this extra, because no worse thing to get is to have a special teams
Just kick it
play
in the end
right
zone.
here.
That'd be great. Oh, it's short.
Short,
Yeah,
coming
short.
up fast on it, and they could bounce. That's a Johnson on the return, and he is stopped immediately. Good play on the special teams. Good, kudos to them. That was number 24. That is Tanner Rue on the tackle. It all got kind of stacked up, and it kind of lost where they were going. And there's and Papatanakis also on the tackle too.
If I'm Lester and Platt right now, I'm feasting. My mouth is watering. There's going to be a
coming,
ball thrown.
They're coming at me.
There's going to be a ball thrown. It's going to be up in the air. It's going to be a 50-50 ball. Who's better?
Right. You're right.
And you imagine, the storybook ending, Lester 2 picks against his former team. That'd be great. One's awesome, right?
Yeah, one could have been a touchdown too.
I agree. But the chance to get 2,
So
I'm sure.
they're throwing. They're empty unless they're going to run Thomas here. But they're looks like they're going empty. Thomas set the throw. Quick throw. Complete.
First completion? Second completion?
Second to Miller. Brought down by Lee.
They'll make it 2nd and 3 for the Rams. Tackled by
Pickup of 7. 2nd and 3.
38 seconds on the clock.
Clock is running. 3:34 left in the game. Thomas looks. Quick throw. Complete to Miller. Out of bounds. Run out of bounds by Brantley.
Anthony Miller with the catch. To make it a 1st down Rams.
Clock always stop when you go to bounce in high school?
Yes,
or,
yeah. So that was a 5-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the Ram 34-yard line. Safe throws. Really safe throws. Once kick it, one boom right out of your hand.
It's kind of like getting them in a rhythm a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully we were able to get there eventually.
They're picking up a blitz on Lee.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that.
Both sides. Yeah, I'll take that. Incomplete.
Yep. Thomas, the pass intended for number 18. That's Nick Sinacor.
That'll make it
Catchable
2nd
ball.
and 10.
Definitely catchable ball.
Coach Shannon dialing up a blitz on that play.
Yeah,
don't let him get too comfortable. I can see that.
Yep.
Got to trust that your corners and your D-backs are going to make tackles too.
Especially with the guys we have back there.
Yeah.
They should be able to cover. Another cover 0 look here.
They're taking their time. 8 seconds on the play clock. And they got him that time. Eli C. That was the blitz that they came on the outside, and Eli came up the middle and did a nice job on that one.
You can kind of just tell how uncomfortable Riverview is throwing the football.
They are very
extremely uncomfortable.
So ball is back down to the 27-yard line, loss of 7. Makes it 3rd and 17.
The clock's ticking. Oh, they call time. No, click ticking.
And that'll be 3rd down.
I don't think they want to use their timeouts right now, but they are taking their time still. They methodical. The play clock's down to 14 seconds.
That's pretty crazy.
They've lost almost 30 seconds. They're still calling plays.
Venice mixing it up and going zone here.
Oh, they had him there. Oh, he tripped. Joe.
Oh, shoot.
The green defense comes through once again tonight.
I mean, they can't punt the ball, can they?
The 4th and long for the
I
Rams.
don't think they can.
What
He just sort of lost his balance.
What are we doing? They're punting it. Well.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's. I don't say it's a concession, but it's
everything but.
Right. And we got no one deep, which is good. I think they don't even take a chance. And I tell everybody, run their butts over to the sideline. Don't go look at it and stare at it, whatever the heck. Let it bounce around for 10, 15 seconds. Get away from it. Why are we going back at all? Get the heck away from it. No, don't do it. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, he's going to score. Oh.
I know it worked out.
I'm
I'm sorry. I know it worked out, but I got
what you want to do.
Not even close.
Jesus, bro.
Well, we just got a little confirmation on the ill-advised punt return, but nonetheless, successful nonetheless, and he's in the stat sheet as a 26-yard punt return.
Goodness. Well, what do we got next week? Manatee,
and they're good. They're very good.
Undefeated Manatee.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jaquez Green, a Gator.
Yeah, former Gator.
So
it's kind of turned that program around a little bit, huh?
Oh, absolutely. He didn't start off great, but he definitely turned it around. Oh. All right. Glasser to Lewis, incomplete.
And Glasser just hurt his hand right there, hitting someone's helmet.
So run the ball is what I would say, right?
I would too.
Run the ball.
But it's a rivalry game.
It is a rivalry game. There's no doubt about it. And there's a run to Jamaris Wilder, and he breaks a tackle. Look at that.
Yeah, so
wow. That's highlight reel right there. He's special.
He's so determined. I mean, he runs so angry. You just love watching. I mean, as an offensive lineman, tight end, wide receiver, you love blocking for guys.
Good
like
blocking, 2 downfield, and then like I said, right there, just kind of
security.
I mean, he's dragging that. He's just dragging him to the end zone.
It's impressive, man.
That is really impressive.
That's good for him. I mean, you get to put that on your highlight. You get to show college coaches that you're a physical runner, downhill runner. Obviously, you got the quickness you need. Look at the operation.
Boom.
Snap,
Done.
hold, kick.
Done. Really good.
And the kick's good. And that'll do it, folks.
So that's now 35-14.
So he drug him 8 yards.
He did. I mean, he
That's awesome.
Man, you're that kid. You're like, oh my God, this guy's dragging me 8 yards to the end zone.
It feels like it's forever too. I'm sure. It's awesome.
Well, I will say this: we were a little hard on the defense tonight, obviously for some of the rightful reasons. But when it came right down to, they made some plays. I will say this too: in the second half, maybe one bad penalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you can't imagine going back to the two halves in this game. What if that play gets called back? And next game, there's all these little things that sort of build, and I think that's another thing to look at. 11 penalties in the game so far. You just don't want to have that too much going forward.
It's awesome because there's optimism because we could be so much better.
Right.
From an offense and a defensive standpoint. We have offensive plays that we're giving up. We have a comeback that's the guy's out of bounds. You know, we have a ball that 2 or 3 balls that are dropped or not thrown in front of the receiver. You know, we got a ball that's overthrown. You know, so like there's definitely plays out there that we can make and we need to make.
And that is Johnson.
And from a defensive
good play there.
Just got to keep playing physical. You know, got to keep striking, keep making tackles. When we have guys running open, like not even blocked. You know, that are missing tackles. So it's good to learn off of. There's a lot of film, a lot of things we need to correct. But it's a win against a rival.
We got a player with cramps. Looks like he's gonna try to walk it off, but I don't know if you want to walk off a cramp like that. You know how those hurt.
Oh,
everybody
horrible.
knows.
Miserable.
Anybody had a cramp, you know, like, oh my God, this hurts so bad. Not good.
Who is that? That's Chris Lee, right?
Chris Lee, yeah.
I mean, shoot, bro, he played 70 plays, all run plays, 70 straight run plays.
There's no doubt about that.
I don't blame him for cramping.
1st and 10 at the Riverview 25-yard line. Quick game, quicker than I expected. You know, I mean, even though
well, they ran the ball 7 times.
That third quarter went really fast. Minute 10 left in there. Thomas, a quarterback still. Hand off to Johnson. Ball's fumbled and recovered by the Indians.
Hand off to Johnson, but it looks like
Are they going to call a fumble or call him down?
looks like there may be a fumble on the play.
Did he get it back? I don't know what happened. No.
Recovered by the Rams to make it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, it was definitely a fumble.
Oh, he
Ball.
100% fumbled it.
Yeah, Jones stripped it and they got it back. So 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line. That's Belk on the carry. Brought down by Joseph along with Jones.
We want to thank our great fans in the Venice community for a great show out tonight. Give yourselves a big hand.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
The Venice administration,
And
Mr. Dabrowski, appreciate your support.
are they done?
Yeah, we're done.
We're done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Indians pull off the big win tonight. 35-14 is your final score. And as I go to shake hands with the Riverview Rams, we'll go take a break, come back, and wrap up tonight's broadcast here on VSN. Be back here in a few minutes.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we're back here at Powell Davis Stadium with the final score: Venice Indians 35, Riverview Rams 14. Trey, obviously, you know, we struggled a little bit on defense. The Rams ran the ball in the second half, 30-something times. Totally, I mean, their passing game was sort of non-existent, one-dimensional, but they put some stuff on the board. But the last quarter and a half or so, Indians they pulled it out.
Yeah, and then we can sit here and nitpick, you know, this and that on defense. Overall, the defense gave up 14 points. We're going to win a lot of games if the defense only gives up 14 points. So they played hard, especially in the second half. They played really hard. They were striking. They were getting after the runner, after the quarterback, and it made Riverview really one-dimensional.
It did. I will say, again, from the Venice side, you saw the weapons tonight. Yeah. You saw Jamaris Wilder. I mean, he just ran so hard, really hard. And then, of course, all the weapons that are out there on the end. And you saw Jay Sparks makes a play, Griffin Gassadi makes a play, Carl Lewis makes a play. They're just I can name them all.
Yeah.
But they're making plays out there, and even a few that were even dropped. Jaden Glasser could have had even a bigger percentage of completions with a few drops.
No question. We didn't have many plays on the offensive side of the ball. So for us to be able to score 35 points, you know, a couple interceptions, a couple fumbles, those type of things helped us out with short field position. But it's awesome to see the talent We have outside, obviously, Gator running the ball really, really well, and offensive line blocking well. I would love to see, going into next week, Glasser just be a little bit more comfortable in the pocket and just be able to throw, more strikes. Guys got to catch the ball, those type of things. But it's been it was really impressive to see when the guys were able to catch the ball. I mean, it's not just a catch and fall. They're catching and running, and they're getting yards after the catch. So we have a ton of talent outside, and it would be awesome to see these guys continue to improve. No
doubt about it. Like I said, so next week another tough matchup. Manatee High School comes in here and another old rival. This is back when you were. This was our rival when Trey Burton was on the field.
This is an old school rival right here.
This is an old school.
This is the one you look forward to for sure.
No doubt about it. So with that, got to be again happy with any win, but that's a big one right there. So hopefully the Venice can capitalize and keep on moving with it with the energy they pick up from this game.
1-0 in the district.
That's it. And
can't be mad at that.
Only one more game to go. So that's back in the day you had 6 games. Now you got 2 or 3. So that's something really good.
Yeah.
With that, Trey Burton, thank you for being here again. Next time we come down here, it will be. Is it next week we're coming?
If I can beat you in golf again next week.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because you can come down, beat me at golf. We got to keep it. It has to stay the same.
I'm in for sure.
Because now it's a luck thing. So I have to just tank it or something to make sure everything's going the right way. All right, with that, I'm John Massoni. We're here with Trey Burton. Thank you all for watching us here on the VS Network. Brought to you by Vibrant Aspect Media. Thank you to Francis, Josh, Chelsea, everybody who helps us out here on our broadcast, and hopefully you enjoyed it. With that, good night. See you next time here at Powell Davis Stadium. Have a good one.